this all over.
Oh, we're good for a second.
We
woo.
missed the
Come
book.
on.
We missed the.
I only have
Book
one
club.
woo in me per day.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I'll help you.
That was a practice woo.
Yeah.
All right.
Warm up woo.
All right. Probably good by now. Live from my basement, it's Thursday night. Woo! All right, that's our second try because I am a YouTube professional. You've missed the whole conversation about Matthew McConaughey and his book.
Didn't miss much.
I personally didn't like it, and I explained why. I'm not going to explain why again. Sorry, all you people in YouTube land. I do like Matthew McConaughey as an actor. His stuff's good, usually. Anyway, Dave's Imaginations. Welcome to Dave's Imaginations. We are in Ire of Mordroc. Ooh. We have just finished The Burning Wizard. And we... so... that means everyone out in YouTube land didn't see my X-Files themed intro timer. Well, rats. That's okay. It was more for Noel's benefit. And so we just finished Burning Wizard, where we are tracking down the evil sorcerer wizard Mordroc, and we went to Alcaster, where we believed he went to school. And we've learned that he did indeed go to school at Alcaster's School of Wizardry. And checking mic check. It looks like we're popping over there. He did go to Alcaster's School of Wizardry. We did find his notebook where he talks about how he can dimension travel, teleport type. He was still in teleportation. Never did find out what happened when the timer ended.
And we never found our owl.
Never found your owl.
Yet.
Yeah, you never know. I think
we will be back.
You know, well, when Allcaster sicks it on you guys. So they went into they gained the quest. Our adventurers gained the quest to go into Allcaster's, and the Allcaster was the burning wizard who was stuck as a ghost, and he said, "Bring him back this book, and hope will return." Well. You did it. You went and you found his book. You returned the book to him. It says, I am the hope. I'm going to return as a lich. And it's like, oh, yeah. Kneel before me. And all of you kneel except for Christian. And he says, you work on him. And come join me in my school and I'll teach you how to be conjuration wizards. Which none of you are doing. There was a little bit of contention. Contention as one of our players had had obtained a evil mace, a mace that had turned him evil, and there was a little confrontation there, and everyone dogpiled him and stole the mace from him and says, you can't be evil anymore.
Nobody wants to see me happy.
Stole the mace. I think we said Belinda's carrying the mace. It's in your bag. Read your text messages.
My saddlebag, but you.
Okay.
I just figured it's better. I am not the one who's in possession of it, but I have an extra bag, so I figured.
So we decided we are going to make our journey to
Look at the
find. We learned that Mordroc had a brother who he did experimentation on, and ultimately left him in some alternate universe, which Alcaster and the people didn't really care for, and they expelled him for it. But they had a companion, Nitzleplix, a tinker named Nitzleplix, that built a contraption that would traverse the alternate universes, found him, and brought him back. But when he brought him back, brother Tam O'Shanter was crazy, and they've sent him off to asylum at the Cliffs of Insanity. But also they gave the location of Nitzleplix, and we said, hey, it's going to be this little hill right here. And we said, well, we are currently all the way down here in Baragos. This is an image, not the actual map, because on the actual map, if I click there, it'd say Baragos. And right here is the Cloakwood, and our friend Bay says, hey, if we're passing by the Cloakwood, I'd very much like to see my or a person that's been suggested to give me some training in the Warlock ways. I would like to stop in the Cloakwood Forest. And we said, okay, fine, sure, it's on the way. All right, so...
Are you trying to share something?
No, but I can. Yes, I should.
Okay, just
Just
the way
the
you were
map.
describing it made it sound like you were
Yeah.
pointing at things.
I am pointing at things, but I wasn't trying to share. Oh, so Cloakwood Forest. Now we should have a quadrant. Which when I throw the screen up there, I see that I go in my triquant.
I heard this word the other day. Trident?
Trident?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a dog pees on a trident. That's not right. That's not right. I don't
Funny
think that's
dog.
so. You've got Bella. She has a nervous bladder. She'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Yes, we see the map, and we on the left-hand side we see the low. We're at Baragos, which is the lowest left-hand corner. Red dot. We're going to see Nitzaplix's, which if you follow the Chianthar River, I don't know, for a day's travel, you find a hill. Top of that hill is going to be Nitzaplix's windmill. That's where the Stinker Gnome is supposed to live. On the way is the Cloakwood Forest. Cloakwood Forest is where this Warlock Varric Darkveil, because I looked it up. I actually went back, found the video, and wrote it down. Varric Darkveil, which allowed me to do research and find where I had. Yes, out there, land. I use AI. I use ChatGPT. If that means you're going to stop watching right now, I understand. You can stop watching. Yes, I use ChatGPT for my research and a lot of my images. And so I found where I'd done all that research in ChatGPT for that character. I pulled it in. We're good. So Tiefling is in Cloakwood Forest. Now, having said all that, we will get to that in a second. On screen, you see I have this cyberpunk plasma spider. That was a Christmas present from my parents to me. I requested it. In theory, this is 650 pieces of tiny ass screws, nuts, bolts that I pieced together over the course of 10 to 12 hours. I've got it all on video. A video will be coming out soon to help anyone else that endeavors on this. If I plugged it in, there's a very minimal chance the plasma ball still works. Oh. Again, does it reach?
It might.
Yeah.
Why do you think it doesn't work?
Because it didn't work 10 minutes ago. I do have a video.
It's now plugged in.
So if you put your hand on it, maybe you juggle it a little bit, it should. Yeah. So normally it would spark up. I don't know if it's plasma is something about the gases in that bulb. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know if the cord's janky. I don't know. But I do have a video where it's worked in the past. I can show that if any, to the extent that our crowd really even gives a hoot.
Whatever crowd does.
Nice.
Well, yeah. You know, speaking of crowd, I recurrently immediately have like 42 views right after.
I noticed that.
So
You have a following?
I don't want to say I have a following, but
I get the legs straightened
I'll
out a
say
little
it.
bit. Poised just.
I'd say we have a following.
Just so you can see how this thing looks, and I got the eyeballs turned on.
Yeah, so the two of the eyeballs are LED lights.
Here and here.
See how well it worked.
Nice view.
When I put this thing together and it worked,
I don't know if I can.
So cool.
Which is better, to pick this thing up and move it a little bit? Oh, there you go. There's a nice view of it.
and the eyes modulate color.
There's the plasma ball. It goes to your hand. Come on. It's super cool. I'm stoked for how well this turned out. I guess the challenge is going to be how to display it. I'm going to have to build a shelf or something.
Yeah,
So do you think that, like, the gas leaked out, or?
I don't know. So this morning, yesterday maybe, I noticed that there was soot gathered up in the inner sphere because it's a Tesla coil, right? There's some live wire goes into that and it sparks off, and so I don't know if that. I thought maybe that was. I was really excited. Oh, it's gonna be the soot. The soot's doing it. Like, it still it barely works. Anyway, so that is the plasma ball spider. Yes, I'm pretty stoked about it. Yes, I'm pretty happy about it. Yes, I do have a video coming on every step I took. Every step you take. Why isn't this not going?
Everyone watching you.
Yeah, there we go.
That definitely is. I think it would qualify for a fast forward montage.
It is not for general consumption. Is if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing this spider, and I will say, I had to step. There are times I didn't think I was going to be able to finish it. It was that hard, and for me, I know you engineer folk, it would be nothing. But if you look at all these tiny ass screws and washers and nuts, where my chunk. I don't even have that big of a hand, but still. Anyway, that is the Cyberpunk Plasma Spider. I am quite happy with it, even when it doesn't work. Oh, look, it's. But we will move that off the side. We are not encountering that today. We will move that off to the side and save that for another day.
Could have been a giant crab that pulled us to our death in
Could have been.
another life.
That was Scorpion. I did
6
this
months ago or whatever that
a
was.
couple years ago. I did build a Scorpion similar to that, but it didn't have the Coolio plasma ball in the butt. So we have left Baraghost, and we're heading toward the Cloakwood. Now, the Cloakwood Forest. That red dot, this red dot right here, is on the map. It is the Friendly Arm Inn. It is 2 days, 7 hours from here to there. 2.5 days walk. Fast walking at that. With you have your wagon, you have your 2 horses. I believe you have 2 horses. And so I assume we're going to say nothing happens on the road. But here it is, 7 hours into your third 2 days, 7 hours. 7 hours into your third day. And you come to the Friendly Arm. All right, the roads wind through the dense and shadows edge of the Cloakwood Forest, giving way to an open clearing where the fortified stone structure rises against the horizon. The Friendly Arm Inn stands tall and resolute, its stone walls weathered but sturdy, crowned by a small guard tower that watches over the surrounding road. Guess what? I have an image. But first, let's turn some stuff off. Uh-oh. Now, as I go through this, I realize at another point of conversation. Before we go further, looking at the calendar. Here we are. What is this?
30th.
January 30th. Next week, we will likely have a special guest with us, my son-in-law, Marcos. He hasn't said yes. He talked to Ellie. Ellie says, I can go run and do something with my dog, with her sister, Megan, and Marcos isn't going to have anything to do. They played D&D. I invited Marcos to play with us next Thursday night. Cool. All right. So that's next Thursday night. That is the 6th. The 13th, I will be in Phoenix. The 20th and 27th, we will come to some end of a chapter, not the end of not the whole campaign, end of a chapter. And then in March, I believe this is what we talked about, right? In March, Christian is going to take over and run a storyline that he did last year, GaryCon, Gen Con. Now, with that, I'm giving Jarrett, Wes, and Glenn permission to take March off. Right? Nodding heads.
Sure.
Right? And so then it would be Christian, Noel, me, and Ken doing this. 3 of us doing this gooey cube thing. Is that going to be okay?
If somebody else wanted to do it, that's fine with me too.
They've already talked about.
They're all going to be gone.
They're gone.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
It'd be swell if I could talk Leonard into coming back for a few of those weeks.
You'd have to be remote
Wouldn't have to be.
for him.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway. So that's a little bit of the plan. We're gonna end the chapter of our story in the Mordroc story, the last week of March. We're gonna start this 2-3 week thing. Looking at March, we will have. Are we still in March? Where are we at? Where's March end? March end. 6th. So we have 6th and 13th for sure. The 20th, Christian and I will be at GaryCon. The 27th, if we need that to finish the GUI Cube, we will use it. If not, we will resume this, and I'll communicate. You might still be gone, though.
I'm still out. Yep.
You're still out. So we probably won't do this. So we will resume this storyline, then it looks like it'd be the 3rd of April. Okay?
Good.
Sounds good. All right. Sidebar. All right, so now I can get rid of this calendar. My calendar. Right. And then I can find the image. Find the image of the friendly Armin.
I'm a little upset we don't have our own time slot. I mean, he's got the garbage time slot. You got all those notes.
Oh,
Your reminders and stuff.
if you look, there is.
Oh, there is? I
Yeah.
didn't see it. I was looking
Dave's game night is every Thursday night.
I just didn't see it.
Yeah. Documents, other images. Oh, it's on there. I think it was on there twice for a while. I had to take one off. And we are Ire of Mordroc. Ire of Mordroc. And here. And here. Friendly Armin. Looks friendly. Pretty friendly.
Fireball.
Its stone walls weathered but sturdy, crowned by a small guard tower. Yeah, sure. It's there. Small guard tower that watches over the surrounding road. Warm light spills over from the narrow windows, contrasting the midst. The inn's large windows, gates stand open. A fresh bread drifts on the breeze, mixing the faint hum of conversation and occasional clink of mugs.
I have a question. How much damage did we do at the last inn? How much time did we have to spend, like, repairing?
How much money did you have to spend repairing?
I don't have any money because you guys have all the money.
Because the fishnet doesn't have pockets.
No.
Yeah, that's it. Too.
Yeah, that's it.
There's
Both
that.
out of the pocket.
But no, it's because I missed a few weeks when you guys were making all your money.
Oh. Yeah, so, 10 gold pieces sounds reasonable for any repairs that they needed to do. Sure. There are scorch marks on the walls, there's broken furniture, that type of stuff. Yeah, there was definitely some damage.
We didn't get paid for adding character. I mean, it sounds like the damage we did actually spruced up the place.
No.
That's a good point. Really, they should be paying us. We remodeled for them.
Yeah.
Open concept. Walls missing.
Very rustic.
We made an ensuite by taking down some
Take
walls.
all the wall. Nice. Sweet. Oh, man, that's weird.
Okay. Anything that you care to have talked about, said, done during the 2.5 day travels?
So we came here because
It's in
so
Ricky
Bay
Ken's,
can meet up with his mentor. What are the rest of us gonna do while he's doing that? I mean, is this like you're just gonna meet with him, or like you're gonna go on a vision quest for a week, or what?
These are excellent questions that we should ask him once we meet him.
I think what the answer is going to be is Bay just knows that this guy is in the Cloakwood Forest. And that's about all he knows. He does know that Cloakwood Forest is a big, scary forest. And having some companions with him to escort him through the forest would probably be very welcome. Now, what you do while he actually talks to this guy, well, you'll try to survive.
I'm a lumberjack now.
So that hopefully that answers your question.
Okay.
Has Jeff learned any important lessons about the last few
Well,
days?
so I was gonna read off. I sent Dave some stuff. So I was just gonna read them off. So one of the hangups I've had with Jeff, and kind of playing Jeff and his motivations is, we were given, and Jeff specifically was given the task of hunting down Mordroc. So all these side quests have been kind of difficult to, what is Jeff's motivation for doing a side quest? Well, and I think that's something that you've kind of faced with your character as well. So doing a little bit of retroactive story writing. So Jeff's shield has the Queen's emblem on it, and kind of a retroactive story. The Queen commanded Jeff to stop and help people whenever there's somebody in need. That kind of takes care of that. But also, with all of the, most recent activities and happenstances, he's kind of redoubling his efforts there to okay, I need to make up for some of what I did, and then basically do good deeds as well. And then I said I was going to read it off, but I haven't actually, and so that's made this a lot more difficult to tell. But
I can relate.
Yes, the Queen commanded him to stop and help anybody in need and tell anybody who asks that he is doing these acts in her name. So it's a small change, but it's going to help me with that conflict of motivation for Jeff.
Princess Daphne!
So while Jeff was evil, Jeff pushed all of that aside since his sole focus was on Mordroc. So now that he's realigning back to good, some sort, he feels called to redouble his commitment to follow that command. So
Nice.
No, that's great. Yeah.
I think I think you handled that well. I think that to me, that fits the story and the events quite well. Yeah. So kudos to you. I think you handled that well.
Yeah.
And
I like it.
I would have dual classed as a paladin. Unfortunately, my charisma is too low. Sorry.
No worries.
At this time, you could have used your ability score increase to maybe help with that.
I need 3.
Oh, yeah.
It might take a while.
That's pretty good. They will give you a 2nd level spell. He's not going to fully fill the ring because.
Yeah, I did see your message. Discord keeps not cooperating, but yes.
Pick whatever 2nd level spell you want.
Okay.
Over the 3 days, you would have gotten it. I'll send you a screenshot.
And then I'm going to give you a luck point for the character development. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And I think for fighting, we got a luck point as well.
Yes. Yep, that's good role play. Yep. But now you've rolled your wagon up to the Friendly Arm Inn. It's midday. You could push on and be to the edge of the forest by end of day, by dark. Or you can spend the night here at the inn.
Comfortable hotel room before days of who knows what in the forest.
I think a final rest in the hotel sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
good meal.
Camp for
2 days on the road too. Yeah, sleeping on the ground probably.
No, you had the wagon, but yeah.
I vote for hotel.
For 6 people.
Right. It might fit 2, maybe. Okay, so you step through the wide arched doors. You are greeted by the warm glow of a roaring hearth and the welcome hum of activity. And that's good. That's his sword. That's not what.
That's the hum of activity.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. Let's leave now, guys.
This is all just fun stuff.
It's Santa.
Kenny Rogers.
That too.
Captain Crunch.
Aye, Captain. The common room is spacious and filled with the aroma of hearty meals and spiced ale. Rows of sturdy wooden tables
Hang in there, babe.
Chairs accommodate a mix of patrons, from cloaked travelers nursing drinks to boisterous merchants sharing stories of the road. Mounted banners, maps, and hunting trophies adorn the stone walls, giving the space a rustic charm. Behind the polished oak bar stands a round-faced gnome with a neatly groomed white beard, twinkling eyes. His smile is as warm as the firelight. Welcome to the Friendly Arm Inn. What can I do for you, friends?
So
Don't all you speak at once.
Drink.
The smell of spiced ale.
Find yourself a table. Do you need a room for the night?
We do indeed.
Couple, yeah.
Couple, 2, 3, 6.
Twos.
Two's enough. Two's enough.
Did 3 and 3 last time. It seemed to be.
Very good. So with the room, like I like to do this. 1 gold gets you a night per 1 gold per room gets you a night, a meal, and a beverage with the meal.
Stabling.
And and the stabling. Yeah, all that's included.
Parking's included, yeah. Validate the ticket, yeah.
But that's so. If you want more than 1 drink, then it's gonna be a silver per drink. No, that probably is not even true. We'll say 3 copper per drink. We're not at a major. That's spiced ale. It's good stuff, but it's nothing special.
So I see a table available.
Yep.
I said, let's go over there. And it's not near the entrance. It's like facing the entrance and,
Okay.
close to the fireplace. It's fall, right?
Sure. Well, it's winter.
Yeah, it's winter.
All the more reason.
Yeah. And so, looking around, what's the scale? Is it Trump Towers or is it
No,
Hotel 6?
It's medium, right? It's
It's a Holiday Inn Express. Come on.
it's nice. It's not top end, but it's nice.
I wonder if
Super 8.
they could benefit from our ale. I mean, it's kind of a captive audience, right? Everybody's thirsty when they come into this place.
Are we still lugging along some samples?
No, but
No, we left them all.
maybe we could pave the way with conversation about that at some point.
Sure.
Okay. So a vivacious barmaid walks up and says, brings you your drink and your there's a roasted pheasant with some roots and the spiced ale for each of you. It's the best thing you've eaten in 2 days for sure. Evening goes on. Do we have extra beverages?
Yeah, I would try a couple different beers over the night.
Yeah.
Just to see what the sampling is like.
And
You
you're
get
talking
the
about-
sampling pack. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Talk
flight,
about
yeah,
Well, you
and-
get it.
Flight.
and ask about where it gets it from, and
Yeah, well, there's a local brewer that harvests his apples from the forest.
And I have been thinking on maybe trying to do a non-alcoholic version.
Ooh,
It's not going to preserve as well, but
NA.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I
you
would,
do all that.
would talk with him and say, hey, we
Passing through,
we're
but
in the biz.
we got connections.
business.
Well, and he would tell you, well, next time you come through, bring some samples, and we'll have to see. Dick and cider, bring your wife, and we'll dick her.
Have you seen those videos? They have a cider down in Australia. It's Dickens
Yeah.
cider.
That was an old Bob and Tom skit.
Oh, is it a skit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before they got censored.
So, I mean, I'm thinking off the fly here, but could we send for the ale to be brought up here? We would have to pay for it to travel up here, but I don't know. Just throwing that idea.
Do we have somebody we could spare for a week to?
I know how
truck
to
it up
spend
here?
the money.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably more than a week. I mean, it was
It's been a trek.
Yeah, it's been a trek. You're
it's probably 1.5 weeks from
Cremor.
from Cremor. So
We don't have an owl to send.
Well, my point is, we could. I mean, it's a travel road, right?
It is.
There's
Caravans going.
caravans. We could just have it commissioned on a caravan and brought up here, and I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, put it in the fax machine and
Yeah. Well, I mean, we would have to send a message by
yeah.
caravan down to there, and
So does that mean we're gonna hang around till it comes back, or
Nope.
we just gonna
No.
say
we
It'll-
do the
it'll
deal and we
deliver.
move on.
okay?
We have a manager and we have someone who makes the
Exactly.
stuff.
That's right.
They can
Send
they can-
word. Send a quarter barrel.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
negotiate with him. What do you think you could use as a sample to see if you like it and if your customers like it?
Oh, I mean, he would say, I'd hate to take you too much product off your hand. I'm with no guarantee of me liking it, and and I'm sure you've talked about the prices, and it's like you're wanting a top price for that, and you're taking on some risk there.
Yep. So
But if it's as good as you say, who knows?
I imagine their top end is in the realm of ours.
No,
It's way above. theirs
yours
way
is way above.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, well, we did do pretty well down in whatever that town was, down below.
Yeah.
At the fork.
Yeah.
And so it's an opportunity to.
So how many?
For the travelers.
What are you going to send me then?
I think we could give you 2 quarter
barrels,
kegs.
yeah.
Quarter barrels.
With 2 different flavors, and we'll give you our basic, and then we'll give you one of our higher end ones.
All right, send it here, and we'll see how it does. And based on that, we'll see if we can set up a contract.
Sounds
Excellent.
All right, it's very good.
Yeah.
So, an uneventful evening. You spend the night, nothing else going on. Next morning comes.
good. I would be taking the time to read the books that we got.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
spend the evening
All
reading
right.
the books.
And so if you need information from there, maybe we'll give you a little advantage depending on. Well, you pick a book and
I'll allow you to just tell me if I get anything from those books.
we'll make a rule for it. When the time comes, we'll make a rule for it. Next morning comes and you make your way to the edge of the Cloakwood Forest. Boom. Boom. Well, I guess something you could have done is you could have asked about the forest, talked about it.
That was something I would have wanted to do. I didn't think about it just in the moment, but
Why don't you roll me a d6?
3.
And he says, "Oh, the forest. Once upon a time, an abandoned mine lies beneath the forest, one rich with iron and now crying with restless undead miners. So beware. If you find a mine, it could be full of undead miners. I'd stay away from any
Like miners or miners?
Yeah, we all had the same thought.
dwarf miners.
Dwarves?
Not
You didn't answer the
younglings.
question.
Not younglings.
Still didn't answer the question.
Child labor or
No, the actual people who dig it.
All right. You spend the morning at going to the edge of the Cloakwood Forest. As you get closer, the air grows cooler as the road bends toward the edge of the Cloakwood Forest. Before you lies a wall of ancient towering trees whose gnarled branches intertwine to form a canopy so thick it blots out the sun.
that's another adventure we need to write someday. The undead miners.
How long until we get there?
Are we there yet?
I don't want to eat that. I only want nuggets and macaroni and cheese.
Brain nuggets.
Yeah, brain brain.
I only want prefrontal cortex.
The faint sounds of birds and distant rustling can be heard through, though an unnatural stillness seems to linger, as if the forest itself is holding its breath. Mist clings to the ground, spilling from the shadows beneath the trees. A faint scent of damp earth and moss fills the air, and you can see tangled roots jutting out from the soil, like skeletal hands clawing at the path ahead. The forest looms before you, foreboding and untamed. Now, at this point,
This seems very unwelcoming.
I will retroact that you knew that this would be this way, because to enter this, you're not taking your horses and your wagon in.
Sure.
So you can leave it here by the edge of forest, or you can say, you know what, we knew this, and you left it at the Friendly Arm Inn.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That seems more likely.
With that, what else do you leave in your wagon? Are you really going to carry all these books around with you? Are you really going to carry your mace, that cursed mace with you?
Probably not.
And that inn is the only thing that's there, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
There's-
no other
there's-
services, no other.
There might be some support. There's probably a blacksmith there, right? Some support services, but it's not a town.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I would say the mace we should bring.
You
That
should
seems
bring
like the thing that maybe this guy might be interested in.
Okay,
Okay, but well wrapped up, so you don't touch it.
and we don't give it to
Yes.
an unknown
Don't touch
person without. First
But you're going to leave all the... You have... You have a chest in your back of your wagon that you've put a lot of these books in, and other large knick-knacky things. Might have had your owl there. You have an empty owl case. But
Aren't they some of these books that we've got? We want to make sure
Yeah,
they don't go in the wrong hands.
it's a locked chest. One of you carries a key.
Yes. That all sounds good.
Sounds great.
We certainly don't need to be hauling around the yearbooks.
Right.
That's what we needed out of that.
I think they will take the Abyssal Void with them for some light reading.
Yeah, there you go.
I will still carry the 3 important books that I have. Or 2 important books. Right? I have 2 of the books. Oh no, we gave Alcaster one of them, so.
I have one.
Yeah, you gave it them System Light Darkness. You have Halather's workbook,
Yes.
which would have been the other important book.
So I will.
You're gonna continue to carry that one on.
Yeah.
I have the Elemental Conjurations Harnessing the Forces of Nature. That doesn't sound like a light.
It helps you go to sleep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but is it like
No,
an encyclopedia it's like a?
It's an encyclopedia.
Yeah. So
These are all college textbooks.
so do I probably. I don't know if I want to hold it all.
You put that in the chest and lock it up.
Unless we need kindling. You know.
All right. So you left some of this, your wagon, your horses. You've walked to the edge of the forest. You come to the edge of the forest. This is what you see. You see a little game trail that kind of leads in, but it's thick and dense forest. Would you like to establish a walking order?
I'll go first. I have stealth.
Eldrin says, I will go first.
Hopefully we won't.
Do you know where we're going?
Well, you'll tell me what direction in general we go.
So put
You
Bay
know
second,
where we're
maybe?
going.
Are
I
you
was
gonna-
hoping this meant that you'd been on a quest like this before and had an idea of where to go.
I would look at the, see if there's any indication of tracking, or, I guess that would be a survival check or something.
So once we establish a walking order, we're going to talk about that. How is this good?
If we can walk.
I don't know if
walk
you
side
want
by side.
I don't know if you want your lock. Maybe you put
Jeff, yeah.
put Jeff in the rear just to cover the backside, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough? Something like this?
Okay. And then are you stealthily scouting ahead?
Right. So maybe
Oh,
40, 50 feet ahead.
okay.
And is it single file?
It's like this, right?
Yes.
If you get it's a deer trail.
Yeah.
It's not. This is not a human path into the forest. Okay. So as you're walking through the forest, stepping beneath the shadowy canopy, the world around you changes. The dense foliage muffles sound, reducing the outside world to the distant memory. Shafts of dim light pierce through the cracks in the treetops, creating dancing patterns on the forest floor. The air is heavy with moisture. The ground beneath you is soft, blanketed and with moss and decaying leaves. This place feels alive, watching and waiting to see what you'll do next. So, I asked you earlier, I know it was really late in the day, so it's like 3 o'clock. I asked, what would your character do as you go in here? Bay says he doesn't know where he's going. He is searching for this warlock. He's just hoping somehow that we find, either he finds you, you find him, or he finds you as you make your way deep into the forest. But going into the forest isn't the problem. Finding your way back out could be. How would your characters managing going through a forest?
So do we have? Well, if we have a book we don't care about, we could leave pieces of paper or stones or something to help gingerbread
We've got
trail our
daggers.
Our,
Wouldn't it make sense to mark the trees as we're going?
okay, there you go. Unless
It was made clear that
I was just-
if we mess with the woods, we're going to get the.
Well,
we're gonna get the-
some of you would know that there are creatures in the forest that might take exception to that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
to the extent that those rumors are true, you don't know.
I mean, you could draw an arrow in the dirt, right, with your foot.
Sure, that's going to be there tomorrow.
Right. It's not like somebody could, come up behind us and scuff over it.
Yeah.
It's not high visibility either.
But yes, you can. We can make a check. Nature check. See how well it stays. You could make stone piles or stick piles.
I think Jeff would be marking on the trees.
You mark and tell me about how you'd mark the trees.
I think just a simple, like a V cut.
With your dagger, with your knife, with some
dagger, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me some sort of check? What skill would you use to do that?
Survival makes sense.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. Unless you can. So I'm going to ask you each this question, right? Pick a skill, justify it, and we're going to make a roll.
10.
10. Thank you.
Specifically on not getting lost, or just
Traversing the dense woods.
Okay.
Not getting lost, keeping track where you're going.
So nature check on, is there particular plants we need to avoid, poison, or whatever.
You can do that too. Yeah.
So 11.
11. Okay. Anyone else want to volunteer?
Yeah, I'll.
Go ahead, Ken.
Okay, so the forest, the way it's been described, indicates there's something magical afoot. So I'm going to be using my Arcana skills to try to figure out if something is magically shrouding
Delicious.
the direction we would need to go back.
Yep. Go ahead, roll. Pardon me.
18.
Nice. Okay. Noel, you were about to say?
This is a roll to.
This is a general navigation wilderness roll, right?
Can you buy cheer wine here?
I'm going to say
Or
yes.
did you bring that bag?
No, I didn't. I think you... Wasn't it you that
Cheer wine?
introduced cheerwine to me?
Cheerwine?
It's a North Carolina
No. I don't.
soda.
Yeah, but that one's sugar-free, I believe.
Yeah. But still, I didn't think it was.
I don't know where we got it.
Yeah.
I am going to look for any indications of a path or
Mm-hmm.
like direction, and I'm thinking insight.
Insight.
I could do investigation.
You tell me what you...
I think and I'm looking for any clues. So to me, that's
You're
insight.
looking for landmarks.
Any indication.
Yeah, sure.
Landmarks.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah. That can help me get out. And that's I said insight. That's 10.
Yep. All right. How about Warlock or Artemis?
Yeah. Well, seems to me
I was going to argue with the trees. Go for intimidation. Because I got +5.
persuade the trees to let me out. Yeah. I'll do a nature check, I guess, because that's the most applicable. I'm thinking. 17.
17. That's
on
pretty
nature
good.
Check, yeah.
And how are you doing this?
Well, I guess I would be looking for, like, trying to take note of distinctive things amongst the woods along the path that we're on. So, like, okay, I got this V stump here, and I've got maybe there's some distinctive colored flowers. And I'm like, oh, okay, the orange ones are back behind us.
In fact, you and Eldrin have been commiserating on this. As you point out, look, landmarks and special note.
Geometries of the trees.
Exactly.
Triple four, triple four.
You came down this path on one side, and you passed this, and rock formations, and all that type of stuff. You tried to keep note of all that. Warlock.
I'm kind of in that same thought process of the path, direction, and what trees it weaves around, what trees it doesn't. There's something there. I want to find out if there's something there. It isn't just random.
Yeah.
And so, is that a perception check?
Sure. Give me a D20 roll and add your perception modifier.
plus the modifier of 2 is 10.
Nice. All right.
What I kind of feel like is like, everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna just be in tune with nature. I'm gonna pay attention. And Jeff's like,
Whack,
yeah.
whack. I'll pay attention to that.
Exactly. He's like, you guys are gonna get us lost. And so that's why he's.
And as you guys are paying attention to the woods, and Bay is really trying to hone in his arcane senses to try to sense and pick up anything. Bay, as you tread carefully through the dense undergrowth of the Cloakwood Forest, a soft spectral glow catches your eye through the mist. A faint scent of damp earth mixed with something sweetly metallic hangs in the air. For a moment, the shadows of the trees
Sounds like a forest.
the shadows of the trees seem to shift unnaturally, and you hear a distant rhythmic thrum, 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 like a heartbeat echoing through the forest. When you look again, the glow is gone, and the silence returns, save for the rustling leaves. But you heard it that away.
That way.
Okay.
Well, you're 40 feet ahead.
Pause and go.
Imagine he's gonna.
You hear, Eldrin, we need to go. And you look back. You try to stay within sight, right?
Yeah.
And he points that way, and so you make a distance that way. Let's see. Bay, you are now 2 hours into your walk into this forest, and you got there midday, so it's 2 p.m. Bay, I need you to roll at 1d6.
1d6.
Actually, yeah, no, 1d6. I want 1d6. 4. So, not even an hour. 40 minutes pass. And you navigate a particularly tangled section of the forest. You notice something strange. Faint hoof prints glowing faintly and with an ethereal glow or ethereal green light embedded in the soft earth. Air around them feels heavy, charged with energy. As you follow their... so you point this out. You see this. You see these. Everyone comes and look, but no one else sees them. But you see them as clear as day, and they lead that away.
What do you mean you don't see them? They're right there. Okay.
Maybe you should be leading if you know something we don't. You can see something we can't. Maybe it's your magical abilities.
Maybe. Alright, is your sword glowing?
Is it?
Nope.
No. Must get a little signal in here.
So. Alright.
Not 5G
Let's
sword.
start glowing. Alright, let's follow the hoof. Let's follow the invisible hoof prints.
I got no bars out here.
And as you follow these
You
hoof,
should have gotten the satellite plan.
as you follow these hoof prints, you could, as the path bends, you could have swore you saw the dark shadow of a horse, but not just any horse, a unicorn, a horse with a horn on its head, but it was just ever so brief.
Everyone knows unicorns don't exist, so.
In this universe?
So you,
Actually, is that true in D&D?
I don't know. What are the chances Bay is actually seeing a unicorn? I'd say it's pretty low.
I'm thinking pretty high. He's never seen things before.
Slow level.
Roll me another d6.
Does anybody else see it?
No one else sees this. Well, I guess that's the question. You saw this. You saw the shadow of this unicorn. Do you share that with anyone?
Yeah. Do you see that horse-looking thing?
No one else saw it.
Did you eat those green mushrooms back there?
Do the footprints we're following lead to it?
Yes. From in your eyes, yes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that's what I'm following?
That is
This
what
kinda
you're
I'm
following.
thinking here?
Yes.
Alright.
Be careful.
And you follow it, and you step into a clearing, and for all of you, it seems particularly dim with a haze, a fog over it. But for Bay, you step in and you see it feels like a pale moonlight, which is odd because it's 3:00 in the afternoon now. The temperature has dropped sharply. For all of you, it's much cooler in this space. And to you, emerging from the shadows, a magnificent spectral creature reveals itself. A dark unicorn with a coat of shadowy mist and molten gold eyes that pierce through the gloom. Its mane flows like liquid starlight, and the sharp twisted horns on its brow glows with an eerie pulsating light. It fixes its gaze, and deep resonant voice fills your mind. But first, let's give you an image.
Dark unicorn, that's cool. That's different.
Nope.
None of you see this, and it's almost like Bay has gone into some alternate vision here. You can hear him. Bay kind of stutters and it's like looking around, like God. And he looks at you guys, and you're all looking at him like, what? What?
You haven't been hitting this off, have you?
It's a whole lot of nope.
No.
Have you even tried to
I
make
have
your own brew
been-
on the road?
Good for 4 days.
Maybe
Maybe
he's
this
going
is-
to
That doesn't look creepy at
Withdrawal
all.
delirium?
Yeah, DT is great.
A voice inside your head, Bay. Bay, you have been called. The time has come to face the truth of your path. And it leads you through a tree, a pair of trees. Do you follow?
Yep.
And I follow him.
You follow him.
Babe, where are you going?
As you push through the dense undergrowth of the Cloakwood Forest, the air begins to change. The damp earth scent of the forest gives way to the sweet, mouth-watering aroma of ripe fruit. The trees around you thin slightly, revealing a hidden grove bathed in the golden light filtered through the canopy above.
Did we follow him?
Yes, you're following him into this grove.
Okay.
Damp, earthy scent of the forest gives way to the sweet, mouth-watering aromas of ripe fruit trees. The trees around you thin slightly, revealing the grove. Before you, apple trees stand tall and proud, their branches heavy with the most vibrant apples you've ever seen. Rich reds, warm golds, and the deep embers each seeming to glow faintly as if kissed by magic. The fruit looks impossibly perfect, with a shine that catches the light in a way that feels almost otherworldly, practically begging to be plucked. You all see this, by the way. Scattered throughout the grove are instruments for careful harvesting, empty barrels waiting to be filled, wooden ladders leaning against trees, and small handheld picking tools lying neatly on workbenches. Near the center of the grove stands a sturdy rustic apple press, its gears and levers well worn from use. A faint trickle of sweet cider pools at its base, its scent mingling with the warm, fruity air. This is...
Is that you just done with your description?
Yeah, I think so.
So
this is basically it, right?
and I can see all of that.
You can see all of
Right,
that.
so I'm going to look around.
Yeah.
First thing I want to know is, are there bees around the
There are
press?
there are insects as you would expect.
Okay. Are there dead apples on the ground?
There are dead apples as you would expect.
Is there anything we wouldn't expect?
You wouldn't expect a plush apple orchard in the middle of this dense forest.
Shadowed
Yeah.
space.
Although this is an open grove, the sunlight pools down on you. It's like it's been carved out of the forest. This just apple grove.
But you did say like the fruit seemed
Otherworldly.
impossibly good.
Well,
Like-
yeah. Bay, you're the expert in apples.
Yeah. I mean, these are pristine.
But does it make sense?
These are the type of apples that would win you like apple pie contests.
But does this make sense in the middle of this dense forest to have an apple
Nope.
orchard?
Not at all.
So,
Do I still see my terrifying looking unicorn?
The terrifying unicorn walked out the backside of the apple orchard and disappeared. This is where he meant to lead you.
Well, let's navigate in, I guess. I want to go take a look at the press in the middle.
Yeah, you walk up to it, you look at it, ask me a question.
Is there cider in it?
Well, there was just a little pool of cider at the bottom. Otherwise empty. Everything here is poised and ready for production, harvesting.
Okay.
And you know exactly what to do, how to do it, and to produce a cider.
Yep.
So
I'm no expert in such magical things, but as you know, an apple orchard, apple press. I'm guessing we're supposed to make a batch of fresh cider.
All right.
I would say Belinda.
So I'll start divvying up tasks here.
Okay. As you start to do that, Belinda.
So you said there was a little bit of cider in the bottom. So you just wanted to like stick a finger in it and taste it. Is it like it's rotten, like it's been there for a long time, or it's fresh?
To your sensibilities, it tastes wonderful.
Okay.
It's a nice, sweet apple cider. Not rot or
Not
Aged,
fermented.
right.
it tastes wonderful.
Okay. So this,
I'm assuming it's fresh and not alcoholic.
yeah. Well, and just that it means it's recent. It hasn't been sitting here
Fermenting.
getting rancid for a month. It's
right.
It's almost like this place was specifically designed for Bay.
And you said you're starting to give out tasks, so you want us to gather up some apples?
Yeah,
so you
I'll
can
start
make
divvying
some?
up tasks. So like, who are more limited?
You know, we got this long scepter. We could. Oh,
Just bash a tree with it.
yeah.
So I guess Artemis and Warlock, I'll have you two pick some apples. Belinda,
Let's see. We have
I'll have
Artemis
you.
and Warlock. Artemis and Warlock, go pick some apples. All right, apples.
And then I'll have Jump and Belinda work on cleaning the apples
All right.
as they come in.
All right. Oh, they will take a barrel. Jump and Belinda. Okay.
And I'll have Eldrin grind them up. I'm assuming there's something to grind them with.
Oh yeah, that's the press. You put
Okay,
that.
yeah, I'll have him load that and work that.
Yeah.
Jeff, because you did give like a fiddly like dexterous task to the barbarian. Jeff is just smashing the apples and then like picking the stems out of the smash.
Trying to create the juice right in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing that, yes, you make a good point. I will swap you and Eldrin.
All right, you and Eldrin.
Let's put your skills better to use.
At the press. The brute force part.
Right. Now Eldrin is also at least partly a barbarian, so we'll see how he.
Apparently, my
approaches.
intelligence is high enough.
So
Yeah, I think you figured out what's supposed to happen.
they fill the barrel. You fill the barrel with apples, and you transport them to the press where Bay's waiting. And as you return to get fill another barrel of apples, that is when you guys are surrounded and cut off from Bay.
It's the Wizard of Oz. I've seen this.
You are surrounded and cut off by
Like I'm
from Bay.
picked up off of you.
They're not taking aggressive action. They're just
The trees-
blocking our
The
road.
trees have blocked you off from Bay.
No, all of us. Okay.
Yes.
But not attacking.
Not yet.
He's being a little too.
Ambiguous.
Yeah.
We will. Well, the attack may depend on you guys.
So they moved and just sort of made a wall.
They have surrounded Bay, and Bay, you are lost in the concentration of the apples. And so you understand. As you collect the apples, you begin to press them, and the sweet cider fills the barrel perfectly. You've done this 1,000 times, and it's never run so smoothly. As you fill the barrel with the sweet juices of the apple, you get a cupful, and so I would assume you would drink of it. You would test it.
It seems like what you're supposed to do in these scenarios.
Yeah. And
Get a quick save real quick just in case it goes badly.
And so at this point, as you take a sip, I need you to roll an intelligence check.
Okay. Well, that's not my worst thing. That's a 17.
17. And as you drink this cider, you have a revelation of exactly how addiction works. How addiction works. How the allure of the alcohol alcohol tempts you and corrupts you, and the consequences of the drinking. Meanwhile, the rest of you,
Are getting splinters.
what do? The trees have come alive. Oh, I've got an image for this too.
But taking no other action.
Well, I would say intimidation, blocking you off action.
No. No, that's intimidating.
The Halloween trees.
That's a whole lot of nope. A forest of nope, as it were.
That's what. So that's what we. The glowing faces. and all,
Yes.
That's what we got in front of us.
This has separated you from Bay. Jeff, our fearless leader. What would Jeff do?
He would.
Start hacking.
Yes. So, here's.
Just take it out and just be like.
Jeff has hand axes in his bag.
Of course.
Of course. As one does. So he is going to give Eldrin. You have a cleaver, right?
Yeah.
So you don't really need a hand axe. They're about the same size.
So say I have a halberd.
That's a big axe.
Yeah, that you want to get like up and close with these, I think. So he's gonna hand out. He's gonna give the three of you each a hand axe.
The three of who? Oh, these Warlock, Artemis, and Eldrin. Gives you each a hand axe. You had 3.
I have 4 hand axes.
So he gives you, and you have one for yourself.
One for myself.
Okay, you've handed out the hand axes.
And he's going to try to get through the trees.
Yeah, you push for it, and they just move in your way.
Is my sword going off?
Not yet.
So I'd say, hey, maybe it's the poor signal, but I'm not getting any attention.
No reception.
So Jeff isn't attacking the trees, but he's trying to lunge, like, through the trees.
I'm like, whoa, maybe this is the Warlock guy testing Bay. I mean, they're not hurting us. They're not trying to hurt us. They look fearsome.
We can't leave him alone.
Well, it's just cider. It's not alcohol.
The trees.
Can we see him? Can we see Bay?
a 19 hits you, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. As you try to push through, a branch swings through, connects you in the chest, and thrusts you back 10 feet. It wasn't pleasant, but you didn't take damage.
I'll go over and help him up. Say, hey, let's just wait and see if he yells for help.
It may be too late if they separate him from us.
Try
But-
yelling.
But don't you think this is a test?
How well can we see?
You cannot see.
We
can't
can't see
him.
Bay.
You can't see Bay at all.
You yell his
Like,
name.
And the nice warm sunshine is gone. The canopy is closed over you.
test or not, we can't see him.
Yeah, I agree.
Try yelling his name.
Let's spread out and see if we can get by them.
Jeff will pick himself up.
I offered a hand.
Yeah,
He help, yeah.
I yelled out Bay's name to see if he could hear.
Yeah.
If we can get a response.
Bay! And Bay, you're in a trance world. To say you're not charmed, is it illusion? Maybe, but you are solely focused now in this, what I'm going to call a trial, right? You are confronted with the reality of your as you take a sip of the cider, it is the most perfect alcoholic apple cider you've ever tasted. But your first check, your intelligence check to sort out what this is, succeeded.
It's a magic press that ferments.
All right, starting off strong.
So, Belinda,
Hmm?
you shout out Bay, you wait your second, and there's no response.
Okay.
Other than,
Yeah, it's just, but
Now, you fine trees obviously have a job to do, and we respect that. But our friend's over there, and we just need to know that he's safe. And so we're just asking if you'd let us pass. We won't interfere with him. We just need to know he's safe.
and yeah, roll me a persuasion check.
Exactly. Thank you. That's what I was going for.
Talking to the trees. Next, I'll be hugging the trees.
I would like to use my inspiration.
Yeah.
to roll again.
So as humans, I think we're all humans. Oh no, one of you was an elf. Artem, you were an elf.
Half elf.
Half elf. You think you got it. The humans of us have heroic inspiration.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Okay, that's only a 9.
Yeah. As you talk, a root gathers around your ankle
No.
and hoists you up in the air.
oh boy.
That I'm going to.
The good news is,
No, too far.
well, the bad news. The bad news is it was a natural 20.
Yeah.
The good news is they only lifted you up. You're now dangling from your leg, from your feet up in the air.
How far?
Let's roll
How high?
initiative.
Yeah.
How high in the?
Sorry, guys. I was just.
His head is 6 feet off the ground.
I was
Yeah,
banking
this
on my
is good.
+5 persuasion. Didn't work out.
I thought it was a good attempt. It's a 17 for Eldrin.
All right, Artemis,
Yeah.
Warlock,
Going through D20s quick.
Jeff,
12.
Hmm.
Belinda,
13.
Artemis,
8.
Eldrin. All right, got you, Warlock.
6.
6. All right.
Now, how's my sword going off?
I think we need to modify your sword so it's more danger instead of lethal danger.
I thought it was always just danger.
Oh, I thought it was murderous intent.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, your tree, it is definitely going off.
So which is it now? Murderous intent?
No,
Just
it danger.
Okay. I just want to be clear, I think.
They mean you harm at this point.
But not death necessarily.
Not death necessarily. Let's see if we can figure out which sigil is going off. This might be a new one for you.
It is.
It looks like a tree or a cactus.
It's a cactus.
It's a cactus playing volleyball.
It's an odd cactus off the edges of the Black Forest, but you know.
All right.
Yes. So let's go back to our. Oh, I need to sort. I think Eldrin, you're first.
Excellent. I will run over and make a jump with my halberd and try to slice the branch. Just the branch
That's holding
that's holding up Artemis.
Artemis. All right.
That's a natural 1. And I'm going to take it because I need it.
You go up and it's just a miss. Boom! As you land on the ground at the feet of the.
It's like that.
You are now prone on the ground in front of the tree.
I'll use the rest of my movement to get up.
All right.
Just like.
And I will rage as my bonus action.
Yep. Belinda?
I mean, if it's like it looks here, even if you chop down one of these trees, there's 15 more that are just gonna. They're not gonna let us through.
Well, you could do the whole passive back away thing, like, "Hey, I'm not in it."
And then run quickly.
I mean,
Try to
it's
get
an-
around
it's
it
an
and get
option.
back to bay. That was going to be my first when we were. When I
Try to spread out and.
Jeff,
get around
Jeff,
it.
you're on deck.
Okay, yeah. So, so if I
You're
move
here?
into a dash, I can go 80 feet, whatever that is on this map. So well, okay. I do my 40 feet.
Yeah.
Is it still solid
Yeah.
wall of trees?
Yeah.
Another 40 feet,
Yeah.
same thing. It's
Yeah.
like just the whole forest is
Yep.
made into a wall.
They've blocked off. And maybe as you try to get ahead of it, the trees just keep transforming and awakening.
Okay. So
But now you're 80 feet away.
Okay.
So.
but I'm not gonna outflank it. Then.
That's your move and dash? 80 feet.
Yeah. I can do it as a bonus action, but
Okay.
I don't want to attack him because I feel like that's pointless. So that's all right. Yeah, we can call
How
it.
far away from the trees do you think you are? Did you try to keep a distance, or did you keep running forward trying to find your way through?
I was thinking more like I was looking for a gap.
Yeah, you kept looking for a gap. So I think this distance is probably reasonable. Jeff.
Jeff's gonna do the same thing. The DM has a limited number of tree icons, and therefore Jeff is confident that he can outflank.
He can also make you fall off the edge of the map.
I'd want him hiding.
Sneaky.
Would you like him to use the owl bear as one?
Also, I have. Yeah, I don't have as much. I do have 70 feet of movement with my dash, but
Okay. You moved and dashed, though, trying to do the same thing from the other direction.
yeah.
Okay. I like it. You are all now nice and separated.
Split the party.
No other action?
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, doing
It's just-
basically the exact same thing as Belinda. Yeah.
It's all out blitz. We're looking for a gap in the offensive line here.
Since you are here,
Student body left.
this tree will make an attack on you.
Oh.
22, so you are now hoisted, grappled 6 feet off the ground.
Like by my feet?
By your feet. Next up would be Artemis.
Branch me.
He's already in the sky.
That would be a 27. You are now re-picked up because you were already up.
Yeah, right.
So the vines tighten around your ankle and and you take 9 points of damage.
Okay. So now they're done.
You would have had 9 points of damage also, so you probably bonus action raged.
I mean, yes. Yeah. With that.
Cutting off the circulation of my feet.
Yeah. This is
This is Eldrin. You didn't run away.
No, I fell and got back up.
You fell and got back up. This is a 18.
18 does hit.
As you take 9 points of bludgeoning and are hoisted off your feet. Warlock. A 19 to hit you. Likely.
Yep. Where am I looking at here?
Your armor class?
Is it round up or down on damage when you take half?
Round down. But that means when you do it, you would round down as well. So you would take 9 would be 19. No, 9 would have been 4 points of damage. And Belinda, that would be a 21. These are plus 9 to hit.
Is it bludgeoning damage?
9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
resistance.
Yeah, I can do my deflect attack. Yeah, I'm just trying to. I think it's a reaction, isn't it? It says you can reduce the attack's total damage.
I took 9 damage.
Yeah,
Was
I think
that
that's
bludgeoning?
reaction.
Yes.
Okay, then I have to hit too. Because I'm
Okay. Did you raged?
So-
Yeah,
Okay.
bonus action, end of the first round.
Reduce the attacks by. I reduce it by 14.
Nice.
How much did you?
9.
Okay, and then I can redirect it to someone else, but probably not.
If it doesn't hit,
If I reduce the damage to 0, you can expend a focus point
but you
to
didn't.
redeflect it.
But you did. You reduced by 14, so you did.
Well, I did, but I don't know if I can redirect it back to the thing that did it.
Well, it's not a projectile.
Choose a creature you can see within 5 feet of you. Succeed on dex, you can.
Deflection only works on projectiles.
No.
Not for him.
Nice.
It can be melee.
Okay, good. New.
But
Stop
I'm not,
punching yourself.
Yeah, but no, I'm not going to use a focus point for
Yeah,
that.
but you deflected
I
the.
deflected
It tried to grab you, but you
Yeah.
did your ninja move and it didn't get you. All right. That was the trees. Artemis.
I got my cleaver. I'm like, oh.
Artemis, you are dangling by your feet.
Yeah.
You are grappled, which means you can't attack other things, but you can attack the thing that's grappling you.
Excellent.
Or you can try to break free.
Right. Yeah. No, we're gonna. I feel like I have to attack, unfortunately, because I am weak as crap.
And you have a hand axe that was given to
You
you.
do have a hand axe.
True.
Try not to chop your foot off in the process.
Yeah.
You're locked. You're on deck.
So
You're on deck.
Yep. So let's see here. What's this do? Maybe this will do. Well, I guess that probably would. Yeah. Well, could be a chance to try out one of these new abilities.
There you go.
So I'm going to try. How does this work? Click on this. It's new. Take the attack action. All right. Take the attack action. I'm going to invoke my psychic blade
Ooh.
that comes to my open hand, and this magic blade is a simple melee weapon.
So you drop your axe to do this?
No, because I didn't say it. There was not like I had anything else in my hands.
No,
right?
you're.
I mean, It's not like I had my rapier out. Or
Right,
just
right.
standing around.
Right.
So I have an open hand.
Okay.
I can call this up.
All right. Good.
Yes. So that's a 17 plus 4 is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
And so when you do that, okay, 1d6. It's not going to do a lot, but it's going to be psychic damage. Maybe that'll jack them up. I would hope. 5 plus 2 is 7 points of psychic damage to the tree.
It is not immune to it.
Excellent.
How many points?
7.
7 points. Okay. The leaves quiver ever so slightly. That's your turn? Your movement's 0. You can't move.
Ooh. However,
Yeah.
after you attack with the blade, you can make a melee or ranged weapon attack with a second blade as a bonus action.
Nice.
So we're going to do that. That will be a little less damage, but it's worth a shot. Okay. And that's certainly not going to hit. That's that's a 4. So
Yeah. No. All right. Warlock. Bay, you're on deck.
Did you cut yourself free?
Okay,
He's-
so
no, but I did.
he's
7
talking
points
to
of
himself.
psychic damage to the tree.
He is
To
crazy.
which it is not immune.
he's trying to get himself excused in the group.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Just
I don't have a lot of things I can do that are going to work on a tree.
We do
you have an
have
axe.
I have an axe, yes.
Point of information. Am I within 15 feet of either of them?
Yeah. Both
Okay.
of them.
I should have asked this question. 5 feet? Am I
5
within
feet? No.
So, but yes to 15.
Yes
There's
to
two different things.
Yeah. Tell me what you're trying to do, bud.
Yeah.
I have
So
cleaver and have
I want to do a little
Like
carving on a tree to find out what it's going to react. What its reaction is.
You're gonna hit it with the axe.
I want to find, and I'm more trying to find out.
I did cleaver.
Is this thing alive or is it
So are you
What's that?
trying to harm it? Or are you trying to do some sort of investigation check?
investigation check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take your axe and you're not doing a full swing. You're just kind of pry to see if it's a green tree
Yeah.
or if it's some. Yeah. So you can roll me. Go ahead and roll your attack. I'm gonna assume. All right, your
If I
investigation.
carve
Give
you, do you not bleed?
you take it and you try to rub at the vines that have got your legs. So go ahead and give me your investigation check.
Yep.
What's your modifier? What's it say next to investigation?
Where is investigation?
Well, let's start out with roll your d20
Yep.
because that can just answer a whole bunch of questions without anything else.
4.
Yeah. Now I don't need to know anything else. Right? You reach up and you're doing a full sit up
Yeah.
because you're dangling from your feet, and it's just hard for you to get at the vines
Yep.
with your. I
You realize
think
you need more reps.
you need to do more core exercises. Yeah. Bay.
Work out with Jeff.
Body by Jeff.
You,
We'll start
you
with
you
jumps.
the sweet taste of hard cider has just touched your lips for the first time in 4 days. But with it you gain the intelligence of exactly how your addiction works, what triggers it, what the consequences are. But now you thirst for more knowledge. And so you take a round to press more apple and create more juice. This juice is impossibly good, impossibly intoxicating, as if this was a magic press. Go figure.
See, also
Suspicious.
Genesis, Garden of Eden.
What do you do?
All right. So I've made the. We're gonna leave it up to the dice. I'll let you pick DC, but I think this is a will. Does he have the? So he's made it. Does he have the willpower to not drink it? I think that's what he's trying to figure out.
So, yeah. So, do you have the
He
will?
got a 21. So I think he refrains from drinking it. I think he's learned. He's at least decided he's learned what he needs.
And
that's what he wants.
Yeah. So, with the taste and the intelligence, this new intelligence, you gain a new wisdom of, you should be able to drink in moderation. You should be able to enjoy the fine aspects of a beverage, intoxicating or not, and appreciate its chemistry, its makeup, its process. You, as an Apple aficionado of all people, can appreciate the details, the effort, the combination of ingredients it takes to do it. So with your 21, you gain a wisdom of how to drink and not get intoxicated, and a wisdom of how to stop. So, with that, that's your turn. That was your second trial. But now anything else before we move on? You do
that seems reasonable.
You do feel like you are undergoing a trial of some sort, and you have become aware that your friends are no longer around. You look left, right. You are still in the sun. The trees around you still seem normal, but your friends are all gone, and yet for some reason you don't care. You don't feel like that is your main concern. They're fine. They'll take care of themselves. But meanwhile, back to the Angry Orchard. Eldrin.
Yeah, so I'm going to see another swing of the halberd at the rope, at the vine trying to hold it. That is a 17.
17 hits.
D10. D10. That's a 7 plus 3, that's 10.
10 points of damage.
I have the cleave ability with the halberd.
Yeah.
Weapon mastery. And it says, if you were within 5 feet, now my halberd's 10 feet reach.
Yeah.
Do I get a shot at one of theirs?
No, because we said it was 15.
Okay.
So half your movement to stand up.
So I'm down.
Right. Oh, you fell 6 feet.
Yeah.
You took 4, which would become 2 points of bludgeoning damage on the fall.
Okay.
You stand up.
And can I take another shot?
You want to move and cut someone down?
Yes.
You have Artemis and you have Warlock.
I don't think that meets the cleave ability. Unless you.
Oh, they're supposed to be within 5 feet?
Within 5 feet.
Yeah, that's not going to meet.
Second creature within 5 feet.
Oh, yeah, no.
So technically, the tree is probably within 5 feet.
Your tree, yes.
Yeah.
So
I guess it says a second creature, so I can't hit the same creature.
Oh, well, then we're not so much, huh? Okay.
But I will take my movement and move to Artemis. And keeping my distance from the tree as much as I can, so I don't get caught up in the tree.
So what's your movement?
I get 30.
So, do you want to be in a position
to cut him down next turn?
But then you'll have your movement in theory.
True. I want to get away. I want to make sure I don't get caught up in the tree again.
Yeah.
First.
So I moved you this way.
That's good.
He is technically like this.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You all are technically like that.
That's rushing my head.
Belinda, you are not like that.
I'm not like that. So
Jeff is used to it.
But you look off to the left and you see Warlock dangling from his
Yeah.
feet under a tree.
So I can use my movement and my bonus action dash to get back there.
Okay.
Crunchin's got
How high up is he?
His head is 6 feet off the ground.
Head is 6. So I probably can't reach
Yeah.
the stuff around his feet without a ladder or a barrel.
Climbing up him.
I see a barrel sitting there.
Yeah, sure. There happens to be a barrel there. You are fortunate.
You can let me climb up the barrel and do
Sure.
an attack? Okay.
But you have to make a jump at the same time.
Okay. So I will jump and use my cleaver to try to
Yep.
hack the
You're-
vines that are on his.
You're a ninja, monk ninja. No check necessary. You climb on the barrel. You jump up to make your attack. No detriment. Go ahead. 11, add your modifiers.
16 to hit.
16 hits. Whoosh, how much damage do you?
D6 plus 3. Minus 7.
Yeah. And you cut the vine that's around his leg, and he falls on his head. Warlock, you took
Ouch.
6 points of bludgeoning damage as you just fell on your head. Ugh.
Hurt. There you go.
And Belinda
Welcome. Sorry.
lands in a heroic 3-point stance just on the other side of you. All right, that was Belinda. Jeff.
I know how to cut me some vegetables.
Okay, I have a technical question first. So,
Okay.
if I'm attacking with a light weapon, I can bonus action, or I can 2-weapon attack on my bonus action with another light weapon.
Yes.
Now it says that you don't use, in my case, my strength modifier on the 2-hit or the damage for the second weapon.
You don't get your 2 hit. I think you do get your damage. I think that's the rule.
No,
Because
Yeah, but-
you're using your offhand, and so your chances to hit are a little bit less.
it says,
Am I wrong?
but you don't add your strength or dexterity modifier to the damage roll of the
Oh,
bonus
that-
action.
okay.
Damage roll.
The
So
damage.
it's the damage roll, but it's not the 2-hit.
Okay.
So
So your
this-
2 hit stays the same, but your damage is reduced. Okay.
So here's my question. So most of my weapons are +4, +5, and
So that is your proficiency plus your strength mod or
So-
dexterity.
do I still get the proficiency, the +2?
To hit you do, but not the damage.
Not the damage.
Matter of fact, your
Okay.
damage never includes your proficiency. That is just your strength or just your dexterity modifier.
Well, it's like normal weapons 1d6, so 1d4 +4.
There's 2 parts, right, in the
Right.
columns, right? You have the middle column, which is your to hit,
Right.
and then your next column is your to damage.
Right. This is the damage. For instance, the hand axe is 1d6 +4.
That's the damage.
That's damage.
Yeah, that's your
So
damage.
I would.
If that was the second one, you just do the 1d6.
Right. I guess my question is, where does that come from? Because it says you don't take your strength or dexterity modifier. Is that the whole plus
What is your
whatever?
Yeah, it should
'Cause
be.
my strength is +2.
And your weapon is it a? So it must have your proficiency in there.
So it must be.
It
It
must
might,
be.
it might be your rage bonus.
Is it your range?
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it is. Okay,
Do you
Okay.
turn rage on and off in there?
I can. Actually, that doesn't turn off.
All right, so this is your rage bonus. But I'll still give that to you because you're raging.
Yes, that's what it is. Okay, so you'd still get the rage bonus, just not the strength bonus. Okay, cool. Now, I would like to, and I want to check first, this is a free action, to drop my shield, which I think makes sense, I'm
Yeah.
upside down, and then pull out a dagger from my waistband.
Okay.
Okay. So, let me make sure first I turn off the shield so I lose the AC bonus. Okay.
Which they're going to ignore anyway, because unless you drop to the ground.
No. I mean, I can't do that.
No, I mean-
what was the mechanism for doing that? Is that
Well,
if you-
cutting the vine, you might have heard other people.
I think Jeff is just gonna lash out.
Yeah. Are you? So you're not trying to knock the vine off your feet.
Not specifically. He's just attacking the tree.
Okay.
So, and I'm gonna I'm going to attack recklessly. So that'll give me advantage on the attack roll, but disadvantage when they attack you.
Okay.
This is with the hand axe.
They'll have advantage when they attack you.
Correct. A 23 to hit.
Yep.
For 8 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I will...
With your dagger?
That was with the hand axe.
Right, but now with your dagger.
And that also triggers the Vex, which then you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn.
Okay. You have advantage on this roll.
Okay.
Because you already did.
Right. And then... Did we say... now I'm confusing myself. Did we say that I didn't get the bonus on the attack, or is it on the damage?
Damage.
On the damage. Okay. To hit.
Doesn't.
Mm.
I don't know if you swung the first time and kind of spun around, right? And you kind of went wide and you just missed the
threw
second.
Myself off.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Is that your final roll?
You gonna burn any luck? Are you happy with that roll?
No, but I'm not gonna burn luck on this.
All right. That was Jeff, the tree's turn. As Jeff, let's see here. Well, I rolled it. D6 plus 6 is 7 points, so it would be 3 points bludgeoning. We have Artemis.
Question. Oh, did you hit him?
You hit Jeff.
No, Artemis, I'm sorry.
It's hard to say because he was already grappled. But all you would hear is him screaming in agony as the vines around his legs creep up to his thighs and he starts screaming in agony.
Okay, so I'm within 5 feet of him. I'd like
Well,
to
you
intercept.
backed up.
You moved him close to the trees.
Well,
and
he's dangling from the trees. We gave you some distance back. I put you
Right.
15 feet back.
Right, but how far does that put me away from him?
15-ish feet.
Okay, then I can't do anything.
If you want a retroactive say, you're up here, but that means you're
I did
susceptible.
make a conscious decision, so I led you to think that. So
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, that means
It's
you're
his damage. Not mine.
back here. I wasn't going to attack you.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Up there, I might.
Right.
Right.
So yeah.
You
I
just
won't retroact.
you just took 11 bludgeoning damage as the veins on your legs squeeze.
Wow. That's a lot of pain.
You're locked before you can even get up.
Uh-oh.
Does an 18 hit you?
How do I find that out?
What's your armor class?
15.
Yes.
15, sorry.
And 19 plus 9 is 28 would hit you.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
And you took 9 points of damage, and you took 8 points of damage as you were both again grappled. But this time by the same tree.
How much do you? How much did?
8.
8.
All right. Artemis, it's your turn.
Well, yeah. Okay.
I'm coming, Artemis.
Yeah. That'd be great. Well, okay. So the nifty new tool didn't seem to do much. So I guess we're just gonna have to go traditional, and so let's go over here. So, okay, hang on a second. Most everything is that. Alright. I guess I will attempt to use the axe this time, seeing as how the
You gonna
cool
attack the
stuff didn't
tree or the vines itself that are holding you?
I would say I got down by taking out the vine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Check.
I will attempt to free myself, I guess. So whatever's got me grappled, I'm going to
Yep.
hack at that while trying
Go
not to
ahead.
lop off my own leg.
Mhm.
That'd be swell.
Jeff will hear Eldrin yell that. Why didn't I think of that?
No, that misses horrendously.
And you've already used your reroll.
Yep.
You can burn 3 luck and reroll again. Or just
Hang around.
Hanging
Wait to be
around.
crushed to death.
Hang in there, yeah.
you're done. Warlock, you're done, right? Warlock, you're up.
So I'm out of the tree, right?
No,
You've been
Oh.
re-grappled.
you've been
He
re-grappled.
hit you again.
Well, that stinks.
Yeah, it's like these trees are. But-
Designed to keep us captive.
So it's kind of like a version of quicksand, but only in the trees. So
Okay.
do I use a dagger to try to get myself out?
You can. Now you guys, you've been attacking. You can try to break the grapple, which is another thing. All right. So
What do you mean?
to
What
break a
kind-
grapple, there's a difficulty class. Now, in the new rules, the DC is 8 plus its strength modifier, plus any proficiency bonus they might have, right? So there's a magic number, and using either your dexterity or your strength, you try to wiggle out, break their strength on you. So that is one choice. Now, what you've seen is there seems to be a damage threshold that when you meet that threshold, you break the limb, cut the limb off. So those are 2 different options, really 3, right? You can use strength, you can use dexterity, or you can try to cut yourself out. Those seem to be your options you have.
So I've got high dexterity. So I reasonably have a good shot at achieving the grapple.
Yeah, so you want to break that grapple using your dexterity.
Yes.
Okay,
So what
so roll your d20.
11,
What's your dexterity modifier?
18.
What's your modifier?
Modifier.
This is probably plus 4?
Plus 4, so 15. So
15.
Yep.
And with the 15, you are able to twist your legs. You're hanging, and you just do the Wonder Woman twirl. That's the good news.
Yep.
The bad news is you fall on your head again.
Okay.
But you only take 2 points of damage.
Okay. Good.
All right. So, but now you are down.
So now I've broken free of the tree.
Yep.
And so next time I can go do something useful.
Well,
Or
actually, you still have your movement. Now,
Okay.
half your movement has to be standing up. All right?
Yep.
Now, what you can stay here and try to help her, or you can back off and hope.
If I go back and try to help,
Well, no back. Currently, you're here.
Right there.
You have 15 feet, unless your movement is more than 30. But
Well, he's used his action, right?
he used his action. Yes, he used his action. He still has his movement.
Right, he has his movement, yes, but you can't do anything else to help this.
Right. This turn
So-
you can't.
So you
I
might-
do. So I either hang where I'm at to help somebody else
Risk
the
being
next turn,
attacked.
but
And risk being
I
attacked.
know it's been attacked, and I don't want to do that. So let me
Yeah.
get me.
These trees seem to be able to hit at will.
Yeah. So let me get out of there to kind of recollect myself and
Yeah, because you can always go back and help
and
next
go
turn.
back in and help out the next
Perfect.
turn. And, yeah.
That was your lock's turn.
Yeah.
Bay, we're back to you.
Okay.
You can disengage
You've gained intelligence. You've gained wisdom with 2 successful saving throws.
as a bonus
It doesn't
action.
seem to be an issue here. Because we didn't opt-
That's what I like to hear.
That's true.
So, would you like to propose something that Bay would do next, or would you like me to continue?
Yeah, I'll propose. So, okay, he's partaken in the drink. He's decided he's had enough. I think he should be the socially responsible, charismatic person and start cleaning it up. You know, leave it in better condition than he found the setup.
Yeah, and as you do that, you drain out the juices out of the bottom of the barrel, and it fills a little cup. And darn it, if that doesn't look like the best cider you've ever seen. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
23.
23.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
my one good saving throw.
You've done awesome. I think all your rolls have been 18 or higher. So, but
I do appreciate all of you guys taking the low rolls today.
as you fill that cup and you lift up and you take, a nice smell, and you just appreciate the smell, and you just shake your head and you pour it out.
Well, hold on.
Whoa.
I do have.
He disappears. Wait,
Look at me.
he's gone.
You just turned invisible.
Right, I don't. I thought I had an empty like an empty bottle that I could put it in and leave it next to it.
A flask.
You empty your flask and fill it up.
Ooh, actually, yeah, I have a bottle of drink that I will not. Yes, I will empty that out and fill this up. So that way it's stored and ready to go for whoever comes next.
Very
I'll leave
nice.
it, stand it up next to it though.
And so by passing this third test, a voice in your head says, Varric, you've passed the trial of intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. You may call on your patron if you ever need this strength again. I'm looking at you. You seem to be thinking.
I was typing in these notes. So it was Varric? That's what it sounded like?
Yeah, well, the voice that you heard through the unicorn. Do you have any questions for him before we move on?
Not at this point. I think, yeah, he would need a moment to think.
Okay. Eldrin.
Yeah, I'm gonna run back in, try to cut down Artemis.
Yep.
That is a 18,
18 hits.
and that is 11.
11 points of damage. He falls on his head.
I tried to catch him.
You try to catch him.
My bonus
And you
action.
ease his damage. I rolled a 6. You only take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you land on your head.
That's awesome.
He broke your fall.
Thanks. Because there's not a lot left.
And so I can't. I already did. I stretched it. So now I just want to move away.
You move 15 feet up. You move 15 feet back.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Belinda.
Actually, can I move 15 feet diagonal towards? Yeah.
Belinda.
Okay. Linda's using a focus point to turn on her elemental heebie-jeebies and do unarmed strike on the vines. Oh, what is that, 11?
You hear, you're all saying, I thought you had high deck. Oh, no, you're not. You're not that type of monk.
No.
He's more the Kung Fu Panda monk.
Brute force, yeah.
Ooh. I think I'm
So
gonna stick
11
this to
means I missed.
Yeah.
Okay. But I can use my bonus action to do flurry blow, do another unarmed strike.
Even if you miss?
I think so.
Okay. Flurry of blows.
You can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action. But yeah, it doesn't say about if I hit on the first one.
Okay.
So, come on. That's better. That's a 21 to hit. So it can be 1d6 plus 3 fire damage.
Nice.
So that's 8 points of fire damage.
Nice. Yeah. As a loom catches fire, it drops you.
And since they can move, where is it? Dealer choice. It has to do a DC 9 strength failing throw.
Well, this is +9. It's a 24.
Okay, never mind.
They're pretty sturdy trees.
Okay, yeah. So all right, and then I will use my movement to back away.
You move 15 feet back.
Yes. So I don't know. Did I just singe it, or is it actually on fire?
Well, there's one branch. It's a green tree.
Okay.
Ish.
It's damp and moist, is what I
It's
heard.
kind of got fire of
Fine.
its own in its face already. So maybe.
But it's like throwing some gasoline on it. It's got the flash burn, and
Oh,
we'll
did
see.
you say? Did I take a hit from the fall?
Yes, and I rolled a 6 for you, so you took 6
Lovely.
points of bludgeoning damage. That was Belinda. Jeff.
Okay, I'm gonna take Eldrin's advice and try to use my weapons to cut through the vines this time.
Or you could use your strength to try to break free.
You have great strength, I think. +4.
+2.
Oh, well then, okay.
I have
Hopefully
4
in
strength.
a
for
rage,
you.
at least you still know enough not to try to cut off your own foot.
Yeah.
It's not the size of the muscle, it's the muscle density.
'Cause I have pretty good strength, dexterity, and constitution.
Yeah.
So I kind of a little more balanced. I think I get. Is this saving throw? What is it?
You're making attacks.
Or grapple.
Or you're trying to
Or
break the ground.
to break the.
You gotta break the grapple. You can use dexterity or your strength.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
I have
safe.
advantage on strength while rage is active.
There you go.
There you
Is
go.
it-
So
okay.
advantage and
Yeah, using your strength. Yeah, go ahead. With advantage. Because you're raging.
Now, does it make sense? Because I can do 2 weapon attacks or just the one.
So you get one.
Just one. Okay.
It's advantage.
Oh, I can get advantage on weapon attacks
Oh.
too. 17.
17, you break free.
Okay.
You fall on your head. You took 3 points of damage.
No loss there.
Well, 6 points, but
Yeah. Luckily, I landed on my head.
Which is why there's no loss.
Then I will get up and move back.
you get up and move back. All right. That was Jeff. The tree's turn. Well, everyone's moved back except for you two. All right.
Why did I do that, you say?
Yeah. Eldrin, it makes an attack on you. It's only a 16.
That does not hit.
But
Wait, it
16 meets it, beats it.
yeah, it hits.
All right. And
But can we say that he went first? That doesn't matter. Go ahead.
okay, you took 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, which is halved
All right.
to 6.
And 15 on the die for a 24, and this is on Artemis.
And I'm going to intercept that.
All right. And that damage would be, he rolled a 1, so it's only 7 points of
So
damage.
it's no damage to him.
No damage to him. All right. But you are still grappled.
Oh wait, I have to roll. You said 1. Yeah, it was enough to cancel it.
All right. But you're grappled again. Oi, up and down and up and down.
They both are, right? Or did he?
No,
Oh,
he-
he fought
I
it
didn't
off.
get hit.
You did get hit.
And you told me I took 6 damage.
Yeah. Yeah. You're both grappled again. That was tree's turn. Artemis.
Get yourself down.
I hope so, because another squeeze and we're gonna be anaconda squashed. we're practically there anyway.
So I will also turn around my halberd and hold the blade side, but right at the shaft, and hold it out for him to grab when he falls.
Oh.
Excellent.
So he doesn't take any damage falling.
Well,
We're right next to each other.
Yeah, but I'm just
I got
describe
10-foot reach.
describe to me what you're doing here.
well, and that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what's the best approach here. Do I attempt to cut again, or do I do this whole dexterity break it thing? Because my dexterity is only +2.
Yeah, I think you go for the
Probably
attack
better
if
off
you don't
going for
the
have any
attack.
better than a 2 on your strength. Or,
Yeah.
There is a damage threshold, but everyone seems to be making it. So,
All right. Well,
so I mean, if you only do 1 point of damage, it might not drop
Don't
you.
use a dagger.
yeah, no, I'll use the axe. Good God. This is going to solitary. That's 2 in a row.
Now, the hand axe is a light weapon, so if you do have the 2-weapon fighting and you do have a dagger in your other hand, then you can attack twice.
No, I don't have that. Okay, so
Okay,
I miss.
Warlock.
So I'm out here in the meadow.
Well, no, you're actually in amongst trees that aren't murderous.
I'm out in the friendly trees,
You're keeping your distance.
keeping the distance out. Who am I with? I'm over.
That's me.
Oh yeah, over there. There's still no way we can see anything what's going on.
No, you
that,
can't
right?
see. You don't.
Right, but we can see them dangling.
We can see them dangling.
Yeah.
So, in some respects, we should go help them out, but we gotta make sure I just don't get poured up in that anyway. So,
If little birds could be flying around Artemis' head,
Huh?
they would be.
okay.
Stars.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
So, we've attempted to. We really can't do anything. We're not able to harm the trees, right? We're pretty much.
You've been doing damage.
We don't yet know how much it takes to fell a tree.
Okay, but
We've just been chopping the branches off that we're grabbing this.
There's an artificer with a chainsaw when you need one.
Yeah.
so
The damage that you've done so far, although you've cut down some limbs, vines,
Yeah.
has been superficial.
that's what I'm thinking. But for all intents and purposes, we're not making much headway on the trees,
All right.
and
Unless you've got a big fireball or magic axe or something that.
no,
blow it up.
the only thing I've got that I can think of is, I picked up a thunder wave
Ooh.
to kind of,
Never hurts.
at least for a period of time,
So-
should give us some vision into the trees.
Thunderwave's the one where it does damage to the squares around you, right? It's a force.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would work,
Yeah.
but just remember, anything within 5 feet of you is also going to get hit by it.
Or any partner.
So
Including your friends, yeah.
So I would, in the context of trying to see if I can take out a tree again, I would go back up towards the tree.
Okay. Also remember, if you get within 5 feet, typically, unless they happen to have reach, which would be 10 feet, if you move in and move out, they might get an attack, which I haven't been doing so far.
Unless you
so.
disengage.
But he's a rogue and has the
I didn't notice.
disengage,
I didn't notice
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
disengage function.
You have disengage, which is right.
Yeah.
You can bonus action disengage.
So if I move up there, I disengage, and they can't do anything to me.
They would
Only
only
on
do
your-
that
only on
if
your
you
move.
moved away.
Okay.
So basically, you have the ability to go in, do something, bonus action, get back out without taking a hit.
Move 15 feet up.
I can go in there, do my thunder
Wave.
do
All
my
right.
thunder wave, and disengage.
All right.
And that thunder wave,
Well, then I'm gonna say you go up in between two trees.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you do your bardic, you're the arcane trickster, thunderwave, and what's it do? They have to make some sort of saving throw.
yeah, they have to each of the 15 kid makes a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8
Yeah.
thunder damage.
They failed. You roll your 2d8.
The diamond shaped ones. Is that one?
No.
Yep. You should have two of them.
Oh, yes, it
So
is.
that's a D10, D8.
Is it a
and
10?
This is a funky D8.
Okay.
Looks
So roll them both.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell number that is.
It's kind of hard to read those numbers.
Oh, that's not a D8. Here.
What number did you get?
Well, that's
I
not a
got
D8.
I got a 6 on one that actually reads, and the other one
What is it then?
7. 6 and a 7.
13 points of damage. Nice. Okay, they both kind of lean away for a second before they
Disengage.
Oh yeah, and I got disengage.
and disengage, move
Yeah.
back 15.
Yep.
All right, that was Warlock's turn. Bay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so question time.
Okay.
Any advice on forgiving yourself? I wasn't strong enough and I had friends die. How do you recover from a failure like that?
Tragic backstory.
Truly.
And stepping from the trees is
It's a nightmare unicorn.
this guy.
Whoa.
Oh.
No wonder he lives out here.
And he looks to his feet and he says, I can appreciate your dilemma. I too have let people down in my past. Maybe it's part of the reason why I make my home in this forest. The truth of the matter is, there is no forgiveness. There's just acceptance. What has done is done. And don't let it happen again.
Except your Lord and Patron.
No, no!
This deep, tender moment, you totally popped the balloon on
Totally
it.
derailed it.
This is one of the many ways you can draw on strength from your patron. He is your moral and spiritual guide. Tell me, how do you commune with your patron?
Entirely sure. Just sometimes there's a voice. And it seems like sometimes I can talk back.
And he motions to a tree stump and he says, "Sit with me." And he said, I want you to close your eyes. Picture your patron and call for him.
Right? I'll sit down. So, the most successful I was when we were in the Burning Wizard area. So I'll put myself back in that mindset as best I can, where I was trying to basically reach out for help.
Call out to him, Bay.
Hello?
Will you accept these charges?
Can you hear me now?
You accept a collect call from
And
From I need your help.
Varric says,
Collect call to your patron.
you must, for you to call to him, you should call him by his name.
What if you've never been told their name?
A connection between a warlock and his patron is extremely personal.
Where's the forgot username? What did we say? I forgot patron's name.
Seek your heart for a name and call out to him.
All right. So he'll close his eyes, and then after a second, Yang Liang.
You came up with a name.
Now you forgot it.
The Dungeons Master's really tempted to give you disadvantage.
It's a good thing you're by yourself. We came all the way out here, got our asses kicked by these trees. You don't even know your patron's name.
He's only ever seen it written down. He's never had to pronounce it before.
Oh, okay. My patron.
Varric will say, and he'll put a hand on you. He says, "Bay, speak his name confidently."
Pass out from the blood in my head.
Yeah, off in the distance there's screams coming from all of us.
Yang Liang.
Okay, quiet guys. Say it again, Ken.
Oh no, that was the one time I got it. Yang Long?
Again, it sounds like your question. Is that a question? Gang Long.
It's Chinese.
Gang Long.
It's Chinese for forgive.
All right, I need you to roll a religion check.
Religion? I have a bonus in that. Okay, well, we're going to use that inspiration and re-roll that.
Okay.
Ooh.
I went from a 5 to a 4.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you get the sense that is not the name. That your Chilean patron does not accept that name.
All right. One off the list.
Just come out of a fortune cookie? What the hell is going on here?
Your luck. From behind you, you hear rustling in the trees. And out steps a creature.
I was waiting for it. Out steps a tree from the tree.
As a battle, as a chaotic,
A gorgeous mermaid. I mean, come on. Why not?
as the chaotic battle rages on, the grove trembles with the groans of monstrous apple trees swiping their twisted limbs at the party. Suddenly, the ground beneath your feet quivers, not from the trees, but from something else. A deep resonating chuckle echoes through the clearing, cutting through the din of the fight like a knife. From the shadows of the surrounding forest, a stout, goat-legged figure strides confidently into view.
A fawn? Oh, fawn gnome?
It's my evil twin.
I was going to say the scruffy twin of the barkeeper.
His gray,
right.
his gray leathery skin is covered in an astonishing cascade of thick, wild hair that flows in all directions, forming a dense beard and a mane that nearly obscures his face. This actually doesn't do it justice as much hair as he has. Dressed in simple breeches, his eyes gleam with mischief and faint noise. He claps his hands sharply, the sound reverberating like a drumbeat through the grove. Oi, you knotted nuisances! What kind of foolery is this? Have you forgotten your manners? Back to your roots with you, you lot, before I lose my patience. And the trees all let go. And so, Eldrin, you take 6 points, cut to 3. And Artemis, you take 3 points, cut to 1 as you land on the ground.
And I can't believe none of you thought to ask the trees to let you go.
We
Talked to
started.
him nice to the start.
That was the first thing that you tried, and you didn't get a lot for that, did you?
No.
Well, we tried a persuasion check that didn't really do so well.
Yeah.
Well, now, what do we have here, brave adventurers tangled... I do these voices. Well, now, what do we have here? Brave adventurers tangled in trouble, eh? I'm Strombo, hairy fluff, at your service. Or rather, you might be at mine. But first, let's settle this nonsense. After all, these trees may be unruly, but they're still family. Please, lower your weapons. Gather here, let's talk. With a wave, the Strombo gestures from the apple trees to retreat, his hair seeming to shimmer faintly with an earthly glow as the grove falls silent once more. He strokes his beard thoughtfully, eyeing your party curiosity. Now, what brings you to my grove? And don't tell me it's the apples. They'll be the end of you, I swear.
I'll say our friend is captured inside these trees. We were in the making cider, and the trees isolated us and surrounded us, and we couldn't get in there.
And,
Lord knows what's happening to him in there.
So
Yeah,
Eldrin, you were first, so you move forward toward him.
that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, the Eldrin.
I'm on the ground.
You get up and you move forward toward him, and he looks at you. Oh, he looks at you, and he, in some Fayish, Sylvan perhaps, tongue, he speaks to the trees and he says, "Is this true?" And the ruffling of the leaves, and he says, "Ah, the grove has been told that your friend is on a spirit journey, and they are to keep you at bay."
That's who it is. It's Bang.
Of course it is. I knew that all along.
I told you guys. I thought it was something like that. But you're right. We can't just not know.
Belinda, keeping some semblance of turn order, you'd be next.
So then, once his
You move forward.
yes, so once our friend's spirit quest, is that what he called it,
Mm-hmm.
is done, the trees will let us through.
And he talks to the trees in that mysterious tongue again, and he looks to them and looks to you and he says, "The trees have not been told that. They have not been instructed. They've just been instructed." And he looks at them and to you, and he says, "I assume that when his spirit journey is done, they'll be given new instructions, but for now, they've been told to keep them at bay. What happens afterward, they have not been told." Jeff, to give you a turn, or you have more?
Well, I just want you said something about the apples. The apples are bad for us.
Oh, the apples are fine, but they're nothing but trouble for an outsider.
Because
They are fey apples.
so if you take them or eat them, something bad happens to you.
Oh, you'll be fine. They'll be nourishing like any apple. You'll be fine. I exaggerate. I jest, I suppose. You'll be
I
fine.
don't know. Did anybody eat one? We were just picking them.
You may not go anywhere, but you'll be on a trip.
Jeff,
So
you pick yourself off the ground.
yeah, so Jeff is going to rush over now. Along the way, he's going to go to pick up Artemis,
Oh, right.
but he's raging, so he doesn't quite get it right. So he's basically just going to drag Artemis along the ground
Yeah.
with him. Yeah.
You grab him by a foot. Your foot's used to being tugged at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's left of it?
And he's going to
Yeah.
say, "Family? You're related to these trees? What kind of tree are you?"
I'm a little bit of a stumpy, hairy tree, if you ask them. But we're spiritual family.
I figure that's my turn.
Yeah. Artemis?
Well, not that I want to invite damage, but I've just been drug across the ground. Am I okay?
And he comes over and he here, drink of this potion. You should be fine.
Is it made of those apples?
And
Those smell like apples.
you heal. Oh, good roll. 11 hit points.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, sir. I feel
And,
so
and
much
it's
better.
it's not apple cider, but it is a sweet nectary taste to it.
Excellent.
And he reaches his hand down to help you up.
I'll take it because I'm almost back to being half the man I was.
You're an inch taller.
That was Artemis Warlock.
So our friend, the goblin guy, is still there, right? He's still.
Yeah, the goat man.
Yeah.
That's the base I put out here.
So we've all kind of collected together.
Yes.
We still can't see through the trees, all right? We still can't.
Correct.
We still
You're
gotta.
very separated.
We still gotta figure
Keep
something
them
out.
separated.
on But we've been told that Bay is in there drinking nectar, drinking the cider until he's found his spiritual, whatever that thing is he's doing.
Well, training.
Training.
Your understanding is he went in for training. He was supposed to come to the forest for training. You can only assume that maybe this is what that is.
He said the trees were told to keep us out, but they don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't give him further instructions after that.
And all indications are we don't have a way to get through the trees.
Yeah, you might even walk
I'm
up
not
and
doing
start.
that again.
But as you get there, a branch goes this way. A branch goes this way.
So one thought is we wait it out, or now that we want to go off and leave Bay behind.
And as you trying to look through the trees, you feel this furry hand who says, "Friend, you might not test the trees at this point."
No, not.
So we're almost to a point of
We're at an impasse
We're-
until
we're
it
at-
comes out.
we're in an impasse. So we just kind of hang around for another day or two and see.
It's been
What
all
does
of
the vision quest
all
take?
of a couple minutes
Yeah.
best.
So
Thanks.
as far as we
Yeah,
know,
I found
we've only had 5 minutes of not fighting the trees.
If
to,
that.
to get to collect ourselves what's going on.
Yeah, I mean
Oh.
each round is 6 seconds. We've done what, 4
Maybe.
rounds?
So I'm thinking one of we need to hang around for a couple hours, some amount of time to see if anything does change with these trees, and see if our friend the furry goblin.
And he what was his name? Strombo says, well, maybe I could entertain you for a minute, for maybe give me a bit of help. And with that, we're gonna go back to Bay.
Did you name him after the Strongbow cider?
The Strombo cider. Is there one?
I think there's a Strongbow. Yeah.
Strombo
Strongbow.
is his name.
There's a cider Strongbow.
Oh, Strombo is his name. Maybe the AI
Maybe,
did
yeah.
some sort of association. And Bay, Varric says, relax, Bay. Let your mind go free. Search your heart and connect with your patron. So, go ahead and try again. Or you...
Wouldn't that be?
Okay. I didn't quite catch it, but you said words and I'll believe you. So
Unati.
Unati. You call out to your patron. Give me a religion check.
11.
Nothing happens. Try again.
Shinbu.
Roll me a d20. Religion check.
Oh, that's a 19.
19. And with that name, the Qilin face appears to you.
Dragon elope.
Oh, come on.
Dragon corn?
Maybe. Fox or goat?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dragon loaf.
And its brow furrows as if maybe you're getting close. Try again.
Dragodeer.
Maybe should have gone with some easy to pronounce names.
Or maybe you should have spelled them phonetically.
I am.
In Chinese.
Well, yeah. Progity.
Roll your d20. Religion check.
This is why you need
19.
Jack.
Well, you know 19 didn't work last time. Maybe you want.
I'm guessing it's not going to work this time.
Maybe you want to reach inside yourself and better the roll.
Pull out some luck. Oh. All right. I'll add a 1 to that to make it a 20.
Okay. And with that, the face of the Qilin first looks at you, and you sense him asking, "Are you happy with that name?"
Yes.
God asks you, you say yes.
And
Wait,
with
isn't it your name?
that is, and a new voice speaks to you and says, "That is our name for me." And with that, the face in your mind materializes somewhat materializes as a spectral image of your Qilin appears and embraces you. This is a medium-sized creature. It's a spectral being that you've just summoned. And you're going to have to write out the phonetic version of the name for me eventually, Ken.
Correct.
Spectral Chinese dragon. Cool.
And he will say, "I am with you by Bertrand, blah, 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 blah," whatever your full name was. "I have always been with you. I am here for our betterment." Are you typing, thinking?
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this chance.
I am thankful myself that we've made this step, taken this step in our partnership. And we're going to stop there. Back to Strombo. Looks at it, just, "Yes, my friends, you could help me with something. It's been a year since my last haircut. I wonder if you do me the great service of trimming my chaotic hairdo." And he opens a case with a pair of shears. One is made of pure gold. The other is steel. Both look sharp and worthy. He says, "You may choose one to keep and the other to trim my hair." And he looks at you, the group of you, and says, "Which one would you choose?"
They aren't cursed, are they?
No, they're not cursed. If anything, they're blessed.
Good job asking questions before you touch things.
Have they ever been used before?
Lesson learned.
They were used about a year ago.
Okay, so they are the ones that have been used on your haircut a year ago.
They are well sharpened. Either one will cut my hair just fine.
Strombo, which
Yes.
one would you like us to use?
I would like you to use the one your heart desires me to use.
See, there's
We're just
something
gonna go-
fishy going on here.
What is
because
a
we
gift?
tried-
Yeah, you think it's too good of a gift horse?
Yes.
Because the choice you would think would be keep the gold ones and use the steel ones.
I think if it doesn't matter to you, I just roll 50-50.
But if the whole gift horse thing, if it's a test, then the test is to use the gold ones and keep the steel ones.
What did you?
I roll even and odd. It's
And-
50-50, so I'm waiting for you guys to come up with a better.
Jeff would say, I've done enough touching of.
What would Jeff the character do?
Jeff is gonna recommend basically what I just said,
Okay.
to use the gold ones and take the steel ones.
Really?
Now, why-
Very well.
What?
You've brought me back to way better than I was. I'm still a ways to go, but I'm good with my hands. But I trust my friend. He's learned a valuable lesson. So I will use the gold and keep the steel. So Artemis will step up, take the gold, and
He walks around. He says, he jumps on the barrel and says, "Very good then. I will trust my styling to you,
excellent.
fair human."
I'm good with my hands. I got this.
And you step up and you start cutting the hair.
Sure.
And as it falls to the ground, the hair turns to solid gold. Oh, you may take my hair if you so choose.
Sweet.
Yes, I will do that.
Yeah, and give me a dexterity check. You should be good at that.
Check. Is that?
Yeah, roll a d20, add your dexterity modifier. Slide a hand.
On the top.
Slide a hand.
Thank you. That's where we want to be. What to trust here? I'm gonna use this one yet tonight. Come on. Oh, crappy. Good Lord.
Have you ever thought it's the tray?
Could be. All right.
At this point,
You know what? Yeah.
Here's
This is important. So that's a 10 to start. So we'll burn some luck because this is important. Let's make that. I'll go heavy. I'm gonna make that a. We're gonna make that a 15.
A 15. And as you're cutting, you see all your friends kind of go, ooh. And Strum goes, well, why do your friends look that way? But just as they do it, they go, oh, well, never mind. As they seem to relax as you recover from your.
I got this.
Part of the process.
oh,
Trust
now
the
I see it.
process.
Now I see it.
It just takes time for a vision to come through.
What a vision. He's a true artist.
I
Should
am.
cut my hair.
Remember those late 90s, early 2000s movies where it's like they take the geek girl and like do her hair and take off her glasses. And
Yeah.
then she's a princess now.
Yeah, I didn't ask the AI
We're
for
going to talk about Flobies.
a trimmed version of this guy.
Maybe
That's
next week.
in Ferris Bueller's Day Off in the early 80s.
It what?
That's Ferris Bueller's Day Off in the early 80s. The one scuzzy girl.
Oh, do they?
I don't remember that scene.
That
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
Breakfast
that's
Club.
what you're thinking.
Okay, yeah. With the braces.
It
Turned
down.
gothy Ali
Yeah.
Sheedy into
Yeah.
a pretty girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So back to Bay.
So roughly.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Roll me a D100.
Okay.
Not in the tray.
Not in the tray. All right, fine. Use your dish.
97. Roots rolled high.
Yeah.
Yeah. 97 gold pieces worth of hair.
Awesome.
And he gives you a bag. He says, "You might want this bag."
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
So you 97 GP worth of gold hair.
So
Gold.
Yeah.
you say
Rents now,
Yeah. Good for
But-
electronics.
I am a Korid. That is the type of creature I am. My understanding is some herbalists, some arcanists might find this hair valuable.
Okay. Good to know.
I'm sort of thinking they might find you really well.
And he looks over at you. What was that?
What did you say?
He said they might find him valuable.
You're
Yeah,
very
Rapun-
generous.
Yeah,
That's
Rapunzel.
what I was thinking you were very generous.
Rumpelstiltskin was.
I did Rapunzel.
Well, Rumpelstiltskin was the one that could
Spun
Oh, yeah.
wool.
spun hair into gold.
Yeah.
Bay, back to you. You have your
Alright.
Chileen surrounding, and Varric looks at it and says, "You've taken a great step. Congratulations, Bay."
Thank you. So maybe a novice question,
That is
but
why you're here.
how does this work? Just sometimes it feels like I can do things. Is there a more structured approach to figuring out how to
Well,
do
and
this warlockness thing?
your Chileen, your and he'll use the name you've given it, has granted you.
Pagati.
Yeah, you're gonna send that to me, but
He can't spell it?
your patron, Chileen, has granted certain abilities to get you this far. Those abilities will continue as your experience grows. He will continue to give you these abilities and more. Pragati?
Pagati.
Pragati has given you these abilities to get you where you're at today. But today you've taken a step further and unlocked something more. And basically what he's going to describe to you is you now have the ability to summon Pragati as a... I had it.
Someone as a dragon.
No, when you summon a creature...
Like in Harry Potter. It's
No. The official magic thing is...
Yeah, that wizards do.
Yeah, wizard.
Yeah, what do they call it? Where you're...
He has the ability to.
Yeah.
Summon the creature...
Conjure.
Like a familiar?
You can summon him as a familiar. He's a medium-sized creature, and he has a stat of an indentured servant, right? That is a ghost creature. So all of his stats and abilities are the same as this indentured.
Unseen servant?
Unseen servant? No, not unseen. I thought it was indentured.
I've never heard indentured.
No, it's not.
There is some invisible servant
Invisible
or
or
something like
something.
that.
There is unseen servant. That is a thing.
Yes, but he appears as a ghost. He appears as him. He's not unseen. He's not invisible.
Okay, but just the stat block of an unseen servant.
He has the stat block of unseen servant. He moves like it. All that. Otherwise, he is a find familiar. Once per day, you can cast find familiar without spell components, and you will summon your Pragati. You speak his name, and he will come to you as. Other than that, you can still commune with him as a prayer, right? And we role play that, right? But what you've unlocked through this trial is the ability to summon Pragati as a familiar once per day.
Alrighty.
And so, Varric will say that, Bay, this is the training I was prepared to give you. You can come, stay with me in my spire, and we can work on further training if you're willing. But this path you are on can take months and years to hone your abilities. Would you join me in my spire for continued? Yeah, go ahead.
I wish I could, but I have to continue on the path I started.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and says, I understand. And really, I can only teach you so much. Life experience is the best trainer. But I would implore you to embrace your misgivings of your past. Learn from them and grow. And lean on your pragati in your vices as well as your celebration. He can aid you. And with that, he says, then your path is set and I must be on my way. He starts to get up and leave. I'm looking at you for any reactions.
Yeah? I mean, just sit calmly, wave goodbye.
Yep. And as he leaves, the trees behind you, the illusion, the mirage that you were in dissipates, and the grove returns back to the apple grove that we had at the beginning.
Except all the apple trees are surrounding your friends.
And the trees kind of separate, and all of a sudden you see your friends again, and you see Bay sitting there surrounded by this white spectral creature that you have seen before. You have seen his minor manifestations as his mage hand, as his eldritch blast. This is the same image, just a larger version of it. And Strom goes, oh, well, thanks for the haircut. Apparently the tree's task has finished. Oh, it is a nice day after all, isn't it?
Strumboat, I'm still not totally clear. Is it okay to eat the apples or not?
Oh, you can eat the apples. And he picks one up. He reaches up and a little branch leans down and he grabs one. They're quite good.
And a bolt from the blue comes in.
Okay. And is the press still there?
The press
And
is
all
still
that
there.
Stuff? Okay.
There's still barrels of...
The barrels you filled, yeah, there's still barrels of apples. This equipment is all still there.
What was Bay drinking out of? Is that still there?
There's a small wooden cup that was, there's a spigot. There's a small wooden cup that he was filling it up with. That is what he used to fill his flask or whatever his instrument for drinking was. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I have a lot of images.
And we can
open.
see the dragon.
See, yeah, we can see
Ghostly,
the white one, yeah.
ghostly dragon.
Yeah. Conversation?
So, introductions.
Yeah, so the ghostly dragon's there and your tiefling buddy.
Your tiefling buddy
Nope,
is
he
not
just
there.
left.
Yeah, he just left.
Okay.
He walked out.
I'm trying to find the image. He's still there. There, that's the one I want.
Did you find what you're looking for?
I think so.
You think?
Bit of knowledge, bit of wisdom.
And yeah, all of us are like covered in bruises and have like twigs and leaves in our hair.
Artemis is walking with a limp.
Yeah, I'm fashioning
Yeah.
a crutch for him.
That's- oh.
So, I mean, I just sat and had a nice chat. What happened to you guys?
Got our asses kicked by trees.
Hard.
Trying to save you.
But we made a new friend.
Hoi ho! Another companion. Where have you been, my friend?
I would say here, but I don't think that's quite right.
The forest has many secrets.
That would be the vision quest the
Yes.
trees told you about.
Well then, What business have you in my forest?
We're just looking for the way out now, I think.
Well, hey, we're here. We should make a barrel of cider while we're here and take it with us.
What do you think of that, Pay?
I don't think it's for us. We've done what we needed to do with it. Now we leave it for whoever needs it next.
All right, I'm at least taking a couple apples.
That's fine. You put a couple apples in a sack, two in the sack and one in the hand,
Yep.
and off you walk. So if you are heading your way out, I can lead your way out of the forest.
That would be
Fantastic.
welcome. Your company would be welcome.
As he pulls out was this a flute? And he starts. Yeah, sure, it's a pan flute. And he starts whistling away, and so you can hear, and he leads your way out of the forest. And he says, "It was a pleasure to meet you all."
Likewise.
And you can see the friendly Armin in the distance.
Great.
And you get there just as it turns dark.
Oh, and I guess you would ask him. So the forest is his home. The forest.
Well,
is
yes,
home?
this is my home. I live here with the trees and the creatures and the other fae that.
How might we find you if we ever find ourselves back in the forest?
Oh, you found me once now. You come back to my orchard anytime.
Well, certainly, if we're ever in the area.
I'd be happy. Come back in a year's time and maybe you can give me another haircut.
Oh, indeed.
You have magical steel scissors that cut his hair to gold.
But I thought you used the gold ones
I did.
to cut his hair.
Oh, you're right. The steel ones don't have any magical properties.
Okay.
You have
But we
the
get to keep them.
you,
I have the hair.
you have the hair. You have the steel shears. So they're very nice quality. They're
I'm
probably
sure they're
worth
good.
a gold piece by itself, right? High quality. You spend the night at the inn,
Yes, please.
and you wake up the next morning, and you head for, make your way to begin your journey to Nitzaplix's windmill.
Make sure you take a long rest.
Oh yes, you took your long rest.
Talking to him.
Yeah. Make sure you take your long rest. Let's see
Should we
here.
go long rest? I can't imagine why you'd want long rest.
He went straight to bed.
I think we should just leave
Face
right
down
after
on the
dinner.
mattress as soon as we
Hike
got
through the
back.
night.
Yeah.
So what does that do for me with it? Take a long
It-
rest?
you get your hit points
anything
back.
that is a short rest or long rest.
Resets your spell slots
Yeah, resets
and
your hit
and
points.
your health.
Okay.
And then often like effects also get reset.
If you're poisoned or something like that. Exhaustion.
Features and traits.
You are here,
Leave it off.
and you're going here to stay on the road where it's safe, but then you're going to follow the river Chianthar to here. And so that's what I would have you do. That's what's it say it is? 4 days, 7 hours on foot. 3 days, 7 hours fast path. 3 days, 3.5 days travel. Now, about your second day, you make it outside of Baldur's Gate, a bustling city where a lot of the caravans are headed. You continue with your quest, not giving in to the temptation of the city.
No, I would like to approach one of the caravans and ask them to relay a message to if they're going as far as.
Yeah, you did that back at the friendly Armin.
Would there have been a caravan?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the
It's
road.
Major road.
People are going back and forth all the time. You picked one before you got very far at all.
Right.
And you gave them
Silver.
silver.
I mean, they're just carrying a note.
Yeah. And you said, seek out, and you write a note, free drink for the carrier of this note, and which is worth more than silver alone.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that, and you give him a silver for your trouble to get you there. And the younger lad, not too young, but the 20-ish something person was all about it. It's like, oh yeah, I'll be happy to do this for you.
And when we did that, I think, this is something of a level of importance. So, yeah, okay, silver to carry the note. The note gets them a drink, but Artemis would slip whoever we're talking to with this message. Discreetly hand him a gold and make sure this gets through.
Oh, you
I
extra.
gave him a gold piece extra.
A whole gold piece extra.
Yep.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, certainly, Captain. Boss. Yes, boss. Of course, on my honor, this shall make it to Daphne's drink and the proprietor there.
Excellent.
Very good.
Belinda will take the scissors if you don't want them.
You have need for scissors?
Butcher, it sort of goes in.
Yeah, okay.
The
Trim and
arsenal.
fat and stuff, they're good. Yeah, Artemis will turn the shears over to Belinda.
Okay. So you make your travel 2 days, 7 hours. I'm sorry, 4 days, 7 hours, all the way to Nitzapixis Hill. You follow the river Chanthar, the day and a half to mostly west, mostly east.
Mostly dead.
In Baldur's Gate, we might find a place to offload the mace. Doesn't have to be now, but we'll need to do something with it.
Why do we have to do something with it?
And when you say that, that's when Bay goes, "Ah, crap! I meant to ask him about it."
It might be it might be a good piece to negotiate with Nitzaplex if there's some sort of.
I think, with your experience at it, I would think that Jeff is just not comfortable being in its general presence.
Fair. Yeah.
Understood. Well, but I like what Eldrin said. I think there's a chance that this Nitzoflix person may have some insight.
Mm. So, as you approach, well, first of all, you've gone on. You've decided to not go into Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
That's consistent with your trying to stay on task.
Yep.
Yes.
You go to the Nitzaplex. You find the hill. On top of the hill is this grand windmill.
A thing of beauty.
A Dutch-looking, right, stone base. In fact, I have a copy of it up on my desk.
Mm-hmm. That one was haunted, though.
It was inhabited by hags, right?
Close enough.
Yeah.
The one in Strahd was inhabited by hags, and that's where I fell in love with the idea of Nitzaplex having a windmill. Anyway, in there's signs that say "Keep out, stay back, beware of danger" as you approach the windmill.
Yeah, whatever.
We tried.
Looks like we
Sorry.
found the right place.
And you follow the path up, and there's a door. You see outbuildings, barn, strange mechanical gear mechanisms here and there. As you come up to the door, there's a door. What do? Who approaches?
And I push Bay.
All
to
right,
the
Bay will
floor.
open it.
Bay,
Use the magic, use it.
you try the handle.
Is that right?
Yes,
Yes,
And you start.
and you
shaking.
feel a click, and it opens.
I knock.
Oh. Backpedal. You knock.
Sorry.
And you feel you hear something like fall over, and you hear yip 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 yip, and a mechanism comes, a trap door opens in the side, and a long periscoping thing comes out and looks right in the side of your head, and you hear yip 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 yip.
Hello?
Yip, 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 yip.
Does anyone speak Yip?
Let's see here. What do we got?
We are here to
Nitzoplex.
speak with Nitzoplex.
Yip, 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 yip.
Nitzoplex.
Nitzleplex.
Yeah. You open the door and you see this guy. Oh, the door opens. Not that guy.
You already
What?
see that
We
guy.
see that guy all the time.
Yeah.
This guy.
Can you take us to Nitzleplex? Is Nitzleplex here?
Are you Nixleplex?
Okay, he's not a goblin.
Is Nitzleplex nearby? No.
And he goes and he pulls a map and he draws a map.
With animals.
And
It's not an animal though.
do you have? It would be a language. He draws a picture.
It's not goblin, is it? He's not.
No.
Speak with animals allows you to communicate with beasts.
Well, no, I get that. But
Yeah.
this
This would-
I have several languages in my lineup. I was trying to see if it was
It's not
one that-
draconic.
It's not draconic. Matter of fact, it actually is draconic, but it's one word in draconic. It's yip.
The word is yip translated to yip.
Exactly. He draws a picture of the wood of sharp teeth, and he points there.
Nitzleplex is there.
Nixleplex is there.
And specifically, he points right here. Yip. Yip.
That's where Nitzleplex is.
So that's where we're going.
I guess.
How will we know when we found him?
Yip.
Did any of us have met him before? Know what he looks like?
And he'll hand you a summons that basically says the Harpers of Baldur's Gate request the presence the services of Nitzleplex in the battle of if I get the name right.
Elgin's ears just went up. I don't know about yours. Battle.
The battle for Fungal's Maw. For the sake of the wood of sharp teeth, we request, as well as the fate of all Faerun, we implore you, Nitzleplex, come to our aid at the battle for Fungal's Maw under the cliffs of the Jagged Incisor. Yip!
Well, that's a mouthful.
He
That
was-
seems to be why he is there.
He was sent to go fight for teeth fungus.
Yes.
Does anyone know exactly where those are?
And he shows you the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, there.
So we screenshot
Okay,
it.
maybe that was a
Yeah.
silly question.
So we're going to fight the hordes of gingivitis at the Plaque Ridge.
Battle of fungal teeth.
Swell.
Okay.
So next week, we will be at a tent outside of this battleground, and you will meet Nitzleplex, as well as his companion, Woot, the Goblin Bombardier.
And what does Woot say?
Well, I can help there.
He speaks. He speaks full Goblin, as does Nitzleplex, and apparently you do. So, as we assist Nitzleplex with his battle, and then we will go on from there. All right, and that'll be kind of the end of the chapter. Hopefully, we'll end with a satisfying cliffhanger of a encounter. Hopefully, Marcos, son-in-law Marcos, will be able to join. I was going to give him Woot the Bombardier as his character, as you will try to win a battle in this battle for Fungal's Maw under the cliffs of the Jagged Incisor.
So you're gonna strife left around the cavity,
I feel like we should go
You
back.
go through the popcorn seed.
I'll take a bowler.
We should go back to Baldur's Gate and find a dentist.
And a really big drill.
How did you like the entrance, Noel?
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, so maybe we'll use the entrance as the exit.